Oh, right. There we go. Jeez, it's like weird to have to like talk to people again. Okay, well we're live now with our 12th session of the Frost Maiden campaign. All right, let's see if I can remember this correctly. Last time you had just been teleported to a windy like cavernous entrance to a mountain, and in that mountain, let me pull up my handy notes here. It was like this like I don't know bear's mouth carved into the side of the entrance. Um, After poking around there for a little while and finding a chute off to the side, not being very quiet, you attracted the attention of two smaller dragon, like white dragon wyrmlings. But you dispatched them pretty easily, I think. I think actually, didn't you drive two of them insane, Davos, and cause them to just jump on the
Yeah, they're
spiky
right
tooth of
here.
the
Yeah,
yeah.
they lost their minds and impaled
Oh,
themselves on a bear tooth.
this just lost all ability to show this game to kids. Um, Yeah, so you dispatched them and you started to investigate this cave. This song is annoying now. Let me switch this song to something else. How about like this? What's this? What's this song? Oh, it's the same damn song I just played. Um, there we go. Sure, I think I trust this one. After exploring the cave some, you found some dragon eggshells. You found a strange blue fire that was emulating this white smoke. Um, and as you guys like put your hands near it, the fire was actually cold. In this room with like all these icicles clinging to the ceiling, very eerily. And then I think you guys went to the north. Let me actually check the map here. And you found, yeah, so you went to like the north, what is that, west? Found these four like just sleeping sacks, in one of the caverns. And then finally made your way to the northeast, where you stumbled upon a figure sort of pinned against the backdrop of the wall in the back there, and there's this carcass, this werebear carcass that's being like filleted essentially by the same type of kind of berserker marauders. They're not undead, but they're barely alive. It seems like they give no have no concern for the cold, as they walk around basically like in just plain leather. Half of them, pieces of them, are seemingly frozen. You guys attacked and jumped on this marauder, beating him to a pulp. The figure in the back that was restrained is unrestrained by Maeve and drops down and helps. And then finally, you guys beat this guy to a pulp and find out the figure that you freed was Torga, the very dwarvish caravan leader that you had set out to find in the first place. Um, she is seemingly injured, to some degree, and as you guys are just now trying to figure out who you're dealing with, who you're talking to, this the marauder in front of you kind of like raises back up from the ground. I think it's got a toothy piece of bone like stuck in its eye socket, if I recall correctly. Um, as I believe DeQuinn tried to pin him on the sort of bony mass on the ground. But this figure like rises back up and inhales this deep breath and lets the air leave its lungs in front of you. Um, Odaxi and Maeve, who hasn't joined us yet, I don't think. Let me know if she sneaks in. Um, can you, Odaxi, can you make a perception check with advantage?
Sure.
And Maeve, let me pull up here. That's not my character. Where am I at? Collections, campaigns. View campaign. Maeve. I'm gonna roll from her sheet real quick. What do you have advantage for? Why does she have an A there? Oh, okay. That makes sense. Did I actually roll on here? All right. Well, she rolled a 12.
You roll. Well,
Did it roll on here?
I
Oh,
saw
okay,
it on
great.
the other. No, I saw it on D&D Beyond. It popped up.
Oh, really? It rolls
Yeah.
on your guys' sheets?
Yeah.
this
Apparently.
makes no sense. Okay. Well, yeah, she did roll as well. What'd you roll? A 14?
Yeah.
You as he this creature in front of you exhales from it's this it stinks of just rotted tooth decay and probably
Gingivitis.
uncooked meat, the whole works. um you smell this sort of same oddly flat charcoal smell that you smelled a moment ago from the room with the blue fire in it. Maeve's a little further back. She can't quite get this. And actually, no, she does. She does. She smells the same thing, and she kind of looks at you as you both kind of. There's that familiar scent.
Like how the fire smelled?
Yeah, exactly. This sort of like white, strange. It didn't smell like firewood or like burning oils or burning tinder of any kind. It almost smells like, and you're a cleric. It almost smells like the incense that comes from burning like holy fires, like in temples and things like that. But you smell this again coming from this creature's mouth as it sits up, and it's kind of like looking around, trying to scavenge. It's going to reach down and it's going to grab a bone from the ground and take a swipe at anything in front of it. To Quinn, sure. This seems reasonable, right? To Quinn, were you raging when we left off last? I don't remember, to be completely honest.
Yeah, it depends how long the Toga thing lasted.
Really
raised up. But I was raging that fight.
It would have been pretty instantaneous. Like maybe I'm not gonna retroactively go back and look at like how long we actually talked last time, but I would assume. Yeah, I would assume that it was within seconds of that discussion. Let me.
Plus, I'm super mad that we found Toga, so.
Oh yeah, so you might be raging even more so.
Internally.
The internal rage, the perpetual internal rage. What am I doing here? I'm pulling up a guys. I never prepare well for these things. I hope you guys know that. It's gonna make a straight attack roll, but it's not gonna have the +5 here. What does this roll look like? What did I just roll? 11 to hit. Oh, he has advantage.
Yeah.
Were you reckless?
Isn't that his ability?
Yeah, sure. I guess he would attack reckless, actually.
Serenity just popped in.
Oh, hey!
After having
Serenity now!
issues.
Yes, much resist.
What are? Oh, but that was tech issues.
Yeah.
Man,
Type with one hand.
that was real funny.
I'm saving this.
Great.
I just because
All right,
it's
we'll
amazing.
see how this goes. I'm having to pull up Roll20 on my tablet, so
Okay. Well, we can
I'll be there. Just
we'll make it work no matter what. So it's gonna be. It is a net. It's a nat 20 to hit. This is a makeshift weapon it's swinging, so it's gonna be I don't know, 1d4. Here, let me. Oh my god, 1d4 plus its strength modifier. So 6 damage to DeQuinn as it just grabs it just rips kind of this bony mass out of the werebear carcass on the ground and clocks you on the side of the leg right up against the knee. It's a pretty solid hit. It hurts like a son of a bitch. I think his flail is actually floating somewhere down here, isn't it? With a mage hand.
Yeah, it should be pretty far away.
Okay. And Torga kind of like starts to. Does anyone speak Dwarven?
I don't know. I need to see my character sheet. Hold on.
You do not. You speak Giant and Undercommon.
I speak Dwarvish.
You just hear some really fine-tuned swear words as this like the movement on the ground just scares the living daylight out of her, and she starts to swear and back up. She also reaches down and she's gonna grab another piece of bone off the ground and swing to hit this creature. I don't know. We'll just roll a d20. No reason to complicate this. 12. Actually, 12 does hit, doesn't it? These things aren't very... Oh, no, actually, 12 just misses. The creature, like, flails, like, on the ground, and she smacks the bone on the ground. I guess this music isn't very conducive to the actual action that's going on here, so let me
Are we in combat?
You're not in combat, per se, but there is a
Okay.
creature on the ground swinging wildly. I'll kind of let us just... We're gonna you know... free roll this, I guess, until you guys figure out until we figure out what happens here.
Could I pretty please grab it around its arms and pick it up like
I was gonna say, yeah, grapple with it or something, just keep it from swinging.
Strength check with
We
advantage.
could both do that. Any
Roll super advantage. DeQuinn, I have no clue what it does, but just the sheer might of
I think
Odaxi
it
and
rolled 3
Rolls
times.
3, I think. Yeah.
yeah, just go for it.
Strength, athletic.
Athletics, yeah, athletics. You know me. I pick a.
But it didn't give me the super thingy, so I don't know. I'll just roll another d20, add 6 to it.
18 total. Is that right?
Yep.
Okay, it rolled a nat 1. So now,
Oh,
now, now, not only do you have this thing pinned, you have it so that it can't even it's like flailing. Only its neck can be flailed around as a Daxian. You pounce on its arms and legs, and its mouth is just kind of just snatching in the air to try and gobble at and bite at whatever it can around you.
What are we doing about this thing?
Throw to the chasm.
Maeve, you weren't here yet, but
Make it eat bees.
oh god. Maeve, you and Odaxi both rolled a perception check at the start of the game, and you smelled a familiar white smoke that you had smelled from that blue fire that came from the southwest of you now, chasm. It came out of its mouth, actually.
Is this the woman?
Came out of whose mouth?
The marauder on the ground.
The one on the ground. Okay.
The one that it also has a piece of bone jutting out from its eye.
Ew.
I'm sorry. What are you doing with bees? What?
Eat bees. Does it make that save at disadvantage? I really don't know. It's a genuine question.
Why is that disadvantage? Because it's pinned.
Like pinned, yeah.
Sure. 13 actually.
This game rules.
Can you see the rolls?
No.
It's a 16 and a 13, so it does make the save.
Son of a
It sees this horde of bees coming at it, and it looks very confused for a moment. It just closes its mouth, and they just bounce off of its mouth, I guess, and just falls to the ground.
I didn't know.
Alright, Jaxie, let's do this. To the chasm.
Alright, we're gonna try to bring it to the chasm.
Come on.
Okay. So
We're dragging it.
Okay. Here, I'll tell you what.
Dash.
Well, okay. All right.
Scraping his head up against the wall and everything.
I for sure want to be part of this.
Dear. All right, hold on. All right. We're gonna try a dexterity save to get out of this real quick, and make another athletics save. You can at this point, since you're moving him, it's a little harder. So either one person can have advantage, or you can each roll individually.
I'm rolling with advantage because
Yeah, you go. You're in the front. I'm tailing.
come with me, little man.
He rolls a 17, so your 20 is enough to continue to keep it constrained. So you can move another 30 feet, because even if you're dashing, you only get half speed carrying a creature, I think. I don't know if that's in the official rules or not, but that's sure as hell what you're getting. Oh, you're going to that chasm?
Yeah.
This chasm's not very deep. This chasm's only I'm thinking 5 feet deep. Let me check the notes here. I thought you were taking it to the poop chute.
I mean, like, 5 feet, we are taking it to shoot.
Let me see. That's the living quarters. Is this right? No. Slaughterhouse, Frost Mage Fire. I don't think it
It
tells
looks
me.
like living quarters because it's got.
Yeah, there's this sleeping bed.
Yeah, would like a gap. It it doesn't say how deep the gap is. It's just deep enough to be uncomfortable. It's not actually. Oh, sorry, everyone. I had my right click still open. It's not enough to be to like. It's just like 5 feet deep. Like it's not gonna actually do anything to toss him
We're
down there.
closer to the fire. We could put him in the fire.
No, because then we'll have some undead dying fire thingy chasing after
Probably.
us. Thought you were the smart one, actually.
Are we backing it up to the chasm, the real chasm?
Yeah, the poo shoot.
All right.
All right.
Oh, devils.
Oh, sorry, I'm moving
Keep an
someone
eye
here.
on Talk, please.
Torga's following pretty quickly behind. Maeve, did you get your stuff loaded up yet or no?
Yeah, I'm in.
Okay. Torga's following pretty close behind as well. Yeah.
Do we have to check again?
Yeah.
Moving
At this point,
further?
you can probably get to like a right about here-ish. I don't, 30 feet.
Oh, we're going here.
It's up to
Oh,
you
no,
guys. You
going
tell me
here.
where you're going.
Yeah, I think we're going here.
Yeah.
Where I didn't see a click.
Will
Oh,
it
okay,
let us
okay,
get
yeah.
down the poop hole?
No,
Where
no.
I dangled off. I dangled from a rope. That place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make an engineering check, Davos. If its body will fit down the poop hole. No, I don't know. It'll
Oh my
fit.
god, but this is off the rails already.
Just you know what? Every time I strap in for this game, I just know right away that it's gonna go off the
All
rails.
right, we're trying to go
Historically
here. so-
speaking, you should fit down the hole.
Historically speaking, from what
Yeah.
previous life adventure do you know the dimensions of a poop hole? Okay.
I've traveled.
I'm a well-traveled man. All right, roll another strength check or an athletics check with advantage, or each one of you roll. It actually breaks free. It kicks right in the trunk of Daxi. It doesn't do any damage, but man, is that a sensitive area. As it reels around. Where's the flail around at this point? It's actually in this area, isn't it?
Back up.
I thought it was like back in this junction.
Okay. All right. Well, he's going to. He's gonna scavenge and try and get towards the flail. So he's gonna do whatever it takes. He's gonna run and try and bolt. I can't. There's so many fat people here with your big. I can't get.
Immaculate horns? I know. Such
It's-
an imposing figure.
God, just all around it. I don't even know if it can.
Listen, mate, you're going down the poop hole. We just want to get out of here.
I don't know if it can actually even. It's gonna just make an attack, I guess. Then make an unarmed attack. So let me roll. Let's roll a d20. What's its proficiency bonus? Oh lord. A 5 to Quinn. Does that hit?
No.
Jesus. All right. Is it just kind of? It's just like at this point, it's clawing at your chest to try and get around you. It's going to run back. I have to move you for a second because your area of effect for your token is just absolute massive. It's gonna run and scurry back towards the flail, running past both DeQuinn and Davos. You can make an attack of opportunity if you'd like, and Daxi. I don't know. Can you do that for an attack of opportunity?
I don't know, you're the DM.
Yeah, I don't know. Just no. You have to swing. We're gonna say that for so I don't have to
Okay.
search through the rules. You have to say we have to use a weapon here.
I'm gonna stab it.
Okay.
Yeah, go for it, all of you. It's like
Not me, because I got hit in the face.
you're rearing back. 13 hits. 14 hits. Guys, you're like cleaving into this and you're making purchase and you can hear kind of the puncture of the skin from the dagger stab. You feel it like as it goes in and then the halberd comes and cleaves right in like the left cheek of this guy as it's like trying to scurry away. It keeps moving. Like it's just resilient. It like doesn't stop and crawls towards the flail, which I'm just gonna say is here. Davos, as your mage hand is like trying to carry it away. I don't know. Is mage hand? What's the time of your mage hand?
That's a good question. Let's find out.
Okay, I have the extension.
Yeah, it's 1 minute, Bob.
Okay. What's that, Maeve?
Nothing. I have the extension going, but my roll didn't transfer over to roll 20.
Try. You didn't get any error or anything?
Like, it rolled on D&D Beyond, but it didn't show up on roll 20.
Could try. I would just try a refresh maybe, and then I think try a refresh and see if that thing pops up where it says no VT detected. See if that error pops up when you refresh D&D Beyond. I mean, I can also just probably open. What's this? I see you rolled a. Oh no, that is Maeve. A longbow to hit. Is that what you rolled?
Yeah, once I saw him coming back without his escorts, I would have.
Yeah, and so you guys just see over Torga as it's crawling on the ground, just an arrow right to its neck as it's like crawling back. It continues to like shrug it and like shrug in pain, and you hear an audible like human gasp, but like it continues to move like unaffected. Worst come to worst, I can just watch both rolls here. It's not a big deal, but yeah, maybe a refresh will work. I'm not sure.
Okay, well, I just refreshed. So
Okay.
Let me roll the damage, see if that transfers over.
No, I see the damage. I don't see it over here yet. Check your click on the plugin, and then scroll down to more options, and see if your where's it at? Sorry. Send the VT tab or game to send rolls to. Select the VT tab or game to send rolls to, and see if all VTT tabs are open.
You can add bless in the extension.
Yeah, you can do lots of stuff in the extension.
No, remember when I know earlier, the last session, we were saying, wouldn't it be great if we could do auto, add bless, and then it's right there.
I'm gonna be real honest with you guys. I haven't explored fully what this extension can do, so by all means, feel free to do that.
I don't think anyone's blessed. No, are all you guys still blessed, actually? You have the icon.
Oh yeah, I see the icon. What's the time on it?
Excuse me. 10 minutes? No. Where is it? Oh, 1 minute.
I would say 10 minutes seems long for a first level spell. And or cantrip. Is that a cantrip?
No. It's a first level. Yeah, it's 1 minute. 1 minute.
Okay. All right. An arrow finds the side. An axe, a halberd, a dagger, all pierce the side of this creature. That's its turn. What do you guys want to do as it's trying to scurry away from you? You guys have like made solid blows against this creature, and it just does not seem to care.
It's just trying to get to the mace.
It's just just crawling away, trying to get to a weapon or of some sort. It seems.
Has he got the
How high
No.
are the ceilings of this cave? Like, can I bring the mace and the mage hand towards me, without it like grabbing it?
What's the movement of the mage hand?
30 feet.
You could probably go like 15. Yeah, you should probably go like 15 feet up. I don't. The ceilings are probably close to 30 feet high.
Okay. Yeah, I'd go 15 feet up and then try to bring it, whatever movement I have left, back towards me.
You see this creature like look up with its one good eye. It's just mangled. I don't know how many arrows Maeve put in it last time either. It's just mangled with like cuts and scrapes and arrows and bony protrusions, and it looks up like almost sad as like the mage hand lifts the mace up and over its head.
May I grab its foot and drag it to its
Yeah.
inevitable demise into the poo hole?
Should make a athletics check with advantage.
Gladly. Oh dear.
It rolls a 5. So even with your terrible athletics roll, your 3 and your 1, it is injured and disabled and unable to crawl away from you.
Come with me, you ugly thing.
Its leg is like barely attached. Its arm and face, and you guys see Odaxi and I just moved you guys both kind of here at the edge to kind of push us through this here. You guys see and a very visceral visual fear overtake this creature's face as you guys bring it closer and closer to the cave mouth. You start to hear it no, over and over and over as you get closer and closer. You're now standing over the edge, looking down on the same pit that you were fighting in earlier as you pass the 2 pierced wyrmlings on the tooth of the bear's cave entrance.
Throw them down.
Hey, you go out of this world the same way you came in, covered in blood and poop.
But I'm gonna run up, hold up before you throw him.
Too late.
Dang it!
Oh, it's not.
At the last second, DeQuinn releases. Odaxi doesn't. So you just see this like flop of a human being like come over the edge of the and like Odaxi, you have it by the legs. One leg is
hesitated,
torn. You're holding basically one good leg. The other leg's barely even attached at this point. As you hold it over the side of the edge, and Maeve, Torga, both kind of run forward. I'm assuming Davos comes as well, close to the entrance.
There's 5 good arrows in that guy. I just went back in the chat and counted.
I'm letting go.
Dode actually looks over his shoulder, kind of like worried because he hears kind of Maeve screaming and then hears there's 5 good arrows, and you hear like a scuff come from Odaxi, and he just releases the legs. The creature falls 20 feet. There's no die roll that would have saved him. As it collapses on its neck, you guys see what little life was left in this creature after you dragged it out of the cave leave its body, and it just lays there slumped over on the bottom of the cavern there.
How much you want to bet that fire was keeping it alive?
Could be.
Excuse me, I'm the detective here.
As you guys look
I
over,
I believe he was just alive because he wanted to see his pets again, and now he's with his pets. He is resting in peace.
Sure.
Thus is the story of the man in the cave.
Heroes.
Great. Okay.
Tori kind of walks up behind you. You lot are a strange one, but an effective group nonetheless.
I almost forgot about you.
I'm sorry?
We will be in a minute. Cephix, where is he now?
See, like there's a moment of exhaustion, as she's kind of like breathing heavily, and she's like gripping a piece of bone in her hand, and then you say that name, and she kind of looks up and looks at each of you and kind of takes in the situation, and you see the raw emotion kind of instantly tighten up behind a face of almost like a poker face as her face blanks, and she looks at each of you kind of in a new light. Cephic's not here, is he? Don't know what you want with that fool much at this point in time. Stranded on the side of a mountain.
He has someone. We want him very much.
The stealings of Cephic are none of my concern. What he does on his own time, I give little to. He was nothing more than a bodyguard.
But your name and his name are together, therefore you must take responsibility for it.
Aye. What responsibility must I take? I'm a simple merchant, supplying the 10 towns with the things that they need. to stay alive in this godforsaken cold? Are you any more responsible for what this walrus figure does when you're not around?
He wouldn't hurt a fly. Except, actually, I've seen him obliterate a bear before, so I wouldn't piss him off. But regardless, merchant isn't exactly the most fantastic job. It doesn't matter if you go missing. So maybe I could take your foot so you can't be a merchant anymore, and you can just stay in town and grovel at the things that Sefik has done with killing many of innocents. Someone's going to pay. It's either you lead me to Sefik or you pay.
She kind of looks down and looks as Odaxi takes this sort of posture beside her. This figure probably towering almost twice her height. Looking at you, looking at Maeve and Davos.
Maeve is looking down the cliff at her 5 good arrows that are at the bottom.
And they're like broken. They're broken as the body has like tumbled and rolled down the cliff face. So like at best you see like a couple like just pointy pieces of wood sticking out of its chest, neck, thigh, wherever they were, and they all look ruined, and sadness washes over you.
If Torga wasn't
So
here,
much
I'd be pushing you
sadness.
down after it.
I'll make a deal with you.
So much sadness. Uh-huh.
You get me off this godforsaken side of the mountain. Take me to a place that's a hair bit safer than where we are now. I'll tell you everything I know about that rat Sefik. Strong as he may be, his actions cost the lives of my entire caravan and all of my goods. I don't hold an ounce of compassion for that creature anymore, whatever he is.
That's easy enough. But we take your weapons, you are bound and gagged, and if you say another word to me, I'm gonna punch you in the mouth. Glad we got that established.
She opens her mouth for a second. She doesn't have any weapons on her, despite what you see like in the token here. She was tied up, when you first found her. She's kind of bloodied and bruised a little bit.
She's got a bone in her hand.
Yeah, that's the token. Okay, I can't delete all tokens.
No, bone.
Oh, bone. Yes, I'm sorry. Yeah, she does. So she'll drop the bone to the side, kind of look at you and give you a nod. Maeve, make a perception check.
Okie doke.
Because you're not shifted, right?
Not currently.
10?
Hey, it made it over, but it's 10.
As you stand there and kind of look down the cliff and you hear the wind like rustling and wrapping around the side of the mountain, like a chill washes over you. You look at the bottom, this mangled creature, and behind you there's these speared small dragon-like creatures on rocks behind you. This is a strange place that you have been whisked to, and you're from this area. You kind of see some of the landmarks in the distance that you noticed you're much further south than you were, I don't know, hours ago at this point.
What direction were we originally heading?
You were heading north. Northeast at best, and now you find yourself, I have to pull up a map to be exactly sure, but where you were within, days travel of Calvin's Cairn, that large sort of rocky fixture in the center of the Icewind Dales, you now see it in the distance, and it is 2 weeks away on foot. It's probably the furthest south you've ever been.
Hey, guys.
Look, we've had enough of your arrows. You'll get more.
No, well, yes, thanks. But that snowflake thing, we're not
Spit
the
it out.
direction we wanted to be going. We're a lot far, much far, south, far.
Well,
And I'm gonna kind of point it out to DeQuinn. It's like, that's where we started. That's where we were going. Somewhere in between, we ended up here. It's far. It's much far.
well, there's nothing we can do about it now except keep going.
Quinn,
Yeah,
Like,
since we don't know how we got here, so
Quinn, as you look off in the distance, you're piecing together everything Maeve's telling you. You know, you've traveled nomadic, like as a nomad, practically throughout all of Icewind Dales, and you see exactly what she's talking about. You're like, all right, well, this does not make a lot of sense to you. Roll a straight intelligence check.
oh yes, gladly.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was hoping for. You're looking off in the distance, and something keeps like scratching in the back of your. It's probably Bless, Maeve.
Okay.
Which at this point is expired. Rage has kind of subsided. All of the mage hand subsided. It was a minute, right? A flail drops from the sky, right to next to Davos. You're not very good at numbers, to Quinn, but you know, you threw one guy off a cliff. There's 2 dragons on the spear. There were 4 like sleeping sacks to the north, and so in your head you're like, you know what? The dragon sleeps in a sack. There's another dragon sleeps in a sack, and this guy sleeps in a sack. And there's probably one more person out here somewhere. And as you look, at the very base of the mountain here, you see some figures start to come around the bend. Oh God, what's going on in my computer? You see 1, 2, 3. Down here to the southern part of the bend. These same half clad, half almost naked, essentially. God, I hate this fucking thing. Figures. Why does it do that right above what I need to turn the token? There we go. Start to come around the bend. And with an 18, I'll say they start to make their way here. And then as they spot you guys standing at the face of the mountain, I'll switch this back to combat music because why the F not? What is this music I have here? Oh yeah, that's nice. They see you and they they see you at the mouth of their cave, and they come like walking up, carrying like a sack behind them, and they look at you and they look at all of you and they hear some grunts, and one just kind of lets out this guttural yell. Their eyes are twitching quickly between you and the cave mouth, and there's a bit of a moment of panic among them. They brandish their weapons and they begin to like make their way towards you and sprint toward you. So now I need you all to roll initiative. Make sure you click your token this time.
all right. Not 1, not 0.
Davos gets the honor. Davos gets the honor this time.
Yeah, it wasn't helpful.
Let's see. Did I get them all actually? That'll be a miracle. I don't know why you got a 21.14.
21.4.
Dexterity.
Well, that's probably because you have the tiebreaker thing on.
Yeah.
So it,
Oh.
yes, it takes your dex into account.
Davos, as you pull the halberd out behind you and flip it around and prepare for what looks to be another strenuous fight, you see another figure in the distance over the shoulder of all of these. And actually, this figure seems to be very kind of like very hidden, very low profile, colors matching the surroundings around him. If you hadn't been a hunter who's like grown up in this wilderness, you wouldn't even have noticed the character. And that's where we'll bring in our newest player today, Kayla.
Shadowy figure.
Kala, excuse me. That's what just happens when you don't ask when you first bring a token in. Let's see. She's kind of crouched behind on some loose rock and snow covered in the
menacing.
back. She's kind of watching these three figures in front of you, and she looks and sees you in the distance, and you see her, but her focus is on the characters in front of her. Kala, go ahead and roll initiative as well. Just click your token and then click initiative from your sheet, and it should, all things going well, actually update your initiative on the tracker. The solid 4.12. Getting some real good numbers today.
Nice.
Yeah, you did blow all your rolls on your test rolls earlier, huh?
I did.
So, Kala, they can't quite see you yet, so I'll let you explain your character as you kind of first and luckily you've got a whole round now to figure to plan ahead as you kind of wait behind them. Let's see. So these three figures now. Oh man, my music is not on repeat. I can always tell. I'm like, there we go. Maeve, you're up first. You see these three figures, and they have their weapons drawn now, and they're looking at the mouth of the cave, looking at you. One looks down and sees their kind of slumped comrade, bent and broken. I think there's one good arrow sticking out of that carcass, if luck would have it. Not that matters, of course, but just putting it out there into the universe. But these three figures, they start to begin to hustle and gesture towards moving around. They've got to come all the way around the cavern, so you have some time. And remember, these squares are actually, quote unquote, 10 feet apart. They're 10 feet in distance. So we're gonna play a little loose and fast with some of the spacing rules. But what do you want to do?
Okay. I am gonna take my scarf headband thing that hides my ears off,
Okay.
and I'm just gonna, as my bonus action, I'm gonna shift.
Okay. So what does DeQuinn see? And Daxie and Davos are behind you, so I don't know if they see anything differently, from perspective wise. So you tell us.
So fur starts to sprout on my face and arms that you can see. My eyes change color from like a gray, like an icy gray, to bright amber yellow, and because I'm snarling a little bit, my teeth may look a little bit sharper. So do my nails.
Davos, I'm probably gonna regret asking you this, but how does that make you feel to see this sort of dexterous character beside you just suddenly if she pulls her headband off and you see her ears and some of the the fur kind of almost apparate and thicken around her as almost a more lupid creature kind of emerges in front of you.
You mean DeQuinn or Davos?
DeQuinn. Who did I say? Davos? No one cares about him right now.
Okay.
He's in the back. He's in the back.
Well,
if anything, he's over there looking at a flail that almost knocked him unconscious as the mage hand ended, holding it above him.
I care about Davos very dearly.
Bless you. Aw.
Regardless, now I'm traveling with a walrus and no fucks by the appearance of it. Am I the only normal one in this party?
Maeve, what do you want to do action-wise?
I am gonna fuck shit balls. I'm just gonna ready an arrow.
Don't know that action. You're gonna ready an arrow?
Yeah.
They're within.
I'm gonna.
Go ahead.
Do they look like? They look like they're coming to attack us.
Yes, I mean, I'm be real honest with you. You fought these creatures now what, 3 times, 2 times it seems.
Yeah.
They are ravenous looking.
Yeah,
They
screw it. I'm
yeah.
gonna shoot them. I'm gonna take a shot.
You've not seen any
Yeah.
semblance of intelligence among them.
They're
Alright.
gibberish trying to summon something. You get 2 attacks too.
Mhm. Yeah. Okay. Oh, look at that. Oh, well, that only counts for my first.
Oh, I got to pull you up over here to see your rolls.
Yep. Okay. So.
Oh, look, it worked. So you got it to work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And 2.
Is it 11 to hit?
11 and 23 to hit.
The 11 doesn't hit, but I'm assuming you're hitting which figure do you want to hit? So just let me know.
The most imposing looking one.
They're all well. Actually, let me see here.
That one's bigger.
This one's actually probably it is actually the more imposing one.
Yeah, so that one.
Okay. The 11 doesn't hit, but the 23 does.
Cool. So that one gets to an extra D8 of damage.
Okay, 12 damage. And you just see. Oh,
So 18 damage.
beautiful. You just see it just as it like starts to like snarl and growl in the distance. An arrow just finds its way into his top right shoulder, and it kind of looks down, and looks back at you, and then kind of smiles like in like this carnivorous sort of fashion. Action, bonus action, movement.
I'm gonna step back a bit, and I'm gonna warn everyone that trouble's coming.
Yeah, sure. DeQuinn, you're up.
Alright, since I rolled such a high intelligence,
Mm-hmm.
would I be able to gauge the distance of the cliff downwards?
You don't need to. You know because you lowered Maeve down there, right? I think we said it was.
down the pool chute, but not down the trailer.
So here, so if the poop chute was like what would we say, like 30 feet last time?
Yeah.
It probably gets like exponential, well, not exponentially. It probably gets like steadily less deep. So like I would say up here is probably like 10 feet, and then 15, 20. As you get closer and closer to the actual basin.
Okay. And would you say the ledge is faulting at all, or is that a sturdy looking edge?
What? I'm sorry. What was the question?
Can I basically cause a landslide?
Here.
Yeah.
Bless someone. I'm assuming that was.
Thank you.
I'm
Thank you.
assuming that was Odaxi. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That wasn't me.
An avalanche here is not going to do anything. It's just going to go downhill, right? You want to cause like something up here?
It's alright. I'll be the avalanche. I'm gonna rage and jump down and try and stab something.
They're equal. They're equal height
Jump
of you.
down? Yeah.
Yeah. So everything. I'm sorry, I grabbed your token by accident. Everything white is all in the same height level. So you're not. So yeah, you see. So in the middle is just the ravine that goes down to the basin, and I'm gesturing with my hands like you can see anything that I'm doing, and you can't. So yeah, the path is all one height, and so they are equal height with you. It is not like
I
it's a
thought
climb
it
to get to you.
Entwining upwards,
No.
but
No.
now I get you down.
It's probably that intelligence roll that you rolled earlier that
Yeah.
kind of had you a little
Definitely did
confused.
not roll high enough.
Yeah, right,
Oh.
exactly. So yeah, so
Yeah,
they are
how
on
far?
this, the drop or the distance between the two paths.
Distance between.
10 feet. It's 10 feet, yeah. And I'm gonna have to
My
pull up
strength
some.
score is 18, Does that mean I can leap over it?
I knew you were gonna ask. I have no clue what the long jump rules are. Like, does anyone know? Does anyone really know? I don't know. It's in like the basic rules too. Do you want to try and jump over? I will say you'll have to use some movement to get a running start, right? I think that's part of the whole shebang.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. I moved 10 feet there. So.
Where is jumping?
This is gonna be good.
This is gonna be great. Are you raging?
Yep.
You are now.
Yeah, I said it was gonna
I
rage.
said before. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah,
Cool.
he
Cool.
said it.
Yeah.
Your team's backing you up real quick. You sound more guilty the more people tell me. Let's see. Yeah, I have no clue where jump is. Oh, well, here we go. Yeah, I don't know. Just roll an athletics check with advantage if you're raging.
Yep. Totally. Right. We'll do that. Excellent. 10's the DC, right?
We've got another falling cow situation.
Yeah, falling Kara situation who fell 60 feet to her death.
No, falling cow.
Oh, what was the falling cow situation? We had that situation before.
When he jumped down to get Caro.
Oh, right.
There we go.
Yeah. He was fine.
There you go. There it is, right there.
Long jump, doing long jump, gonna be.
All I see is DC 10 right there, and I fucking.
You think you're fucking good, don't you? I would say I agree. I was gonna say I think you clear it. I think you clear it just fine. So it's a little dicey. Not your best move. You were hoping to maybe impress Maeve a little more than you did, but you make it across.
Exactly.
Yeah, you clear it. So you land. So that's what. Assume you got the 5 foot or the 10-foot running, 10-foot jumping. I don't think you have any movement left when you land here.
That's right. I want to smack this guy in the face as I leap over.
Okay, smack away.
Smacking now. Oh, that was a advantage. I didn't mean to, but.
Okay, we'll take the 20 hits. Total of 13.
That is my turn.
Hold on, I gotta put you in the cliff for a second because your damn
But you
token.
really wanted to do this whole time.
I've just been since you first rolled this character. I've wanted to do that. That's action, bonus action, movement, right?
Yup.
All right, I gotta roll a d6.
It makes me happy when you say that. That means I made a good character that annoys you.
Okay. This first creature is going to, as you like clock it in the face, it's going to rear back and return the favor. I think actually, 3 times, recklessly, yeah.
Oh, I may have made a mistake.
You'd say that, right?
Yeah.
Stay conscious and you'll get to attack it with advantage next time.
17 to hit, 20 to hit, and 23 to hit.
They all hit me.
It's gonna be 20 damage total, half to 10. And you need to make 3 con saving throws.
Oh, that's right. That's a thing.
That's a thing, yeah.
Yeah. 1, 2.
20's good. 9 fails, so don't worry about your other one. Okay, 8 fails as well.
I
So
failed
you're
it twice. Double poison.
you're poisoned, yeah. Until the end. Oh well, you don't know when until when. All right. The next creature's gonna to come up to you as well, and actually, so I didn't even say this. So as that first creature attacks you, I'm sorry, I gotta move your token for a sec. As that first creature attacks you, it's gonna immediately try to run past you here, and so you'll get an attack of opportunity.
Can I make a shove attack?
Shove is an action, so you can only make an attack action as an attack of opportunity, right? That's what I'm thinking. So I don't think you can take the shove action. You must do a melee attack against a provoking creature. Yeah.
Alright.
So no, you can't do the shove. Sorry.
Attack of Halberd.
Advantage.
But it's a poison, it's disadvantage, right?
That's only on. Wait, I think it's ability checks and saves. God damn it, I'm not prepared. It is attack roll, so it's a normal attack roll. 13 hits. 8 damage. Nice. It takes the blow, moves around you, so it's a 5, 10. So it only gets to like right here. I'll be honest with you. The next two creatures, they're the next two people, because they're up next, right? Oh no, Daxi gets one in here somewhere. The next one's gonna roll up. Oh, I didn't do that right, did I? That's fine. And do the same thing. It's gonna be a natural 20, 23, and a 22.
Good lord.
12, 22, 26 half, 13 damage.
Lovely.
You're still very much poisoned, so don't worry about your con saves. Good to go. And it's gonna do the same thing. So it's gonna try and run past you as well. It's only got a little more movement left in it, so it won't get as far. But you will get another attack of opportunity.
No, I've already used my reaction.
Oh, you cannot use your reaction. That's right. All right, Odaxi, it's your turn. You see DeQuinn just leaped across this chasm, landed, had a strong strike against these creatures, but you know very well these creatures, they're very relentless and they're like almost savage in their attacks.
You said each of these squares is 15?
10.
10.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I said, we're playing a
I'll
little
just move up.
loosey goosey with the
I'll
rules there.
I'll move up a little bit, but not crazy. And I'll do a sacred flame on this guy.
Okay.
Oh, hold on, I closed my character sheet.
Cool.
You don't need it.
True, they just have to. It's a 13 dex
Oh,
save.
this character, the closest one to Daxi or to DeQuinn.
Yeah, that one.
Normal. 17.
Yeah, that does it. They save.
It just manages you as it's like scurrying across. You just notice that, like with no regard, the firebolt just goes wide. It's kind of erratic movement. That's a action.
That's it. Yeah.
Okay. This next character is gonna come up and do the same to Quinn. 3 more hits.
Yep, I invite him.
Does little Morpheus. Little, like, finger wag.
What's going on here?
I don't know.
You rolled 2 nat ones, that's alright.
Yeah, no, it's not rolling. It's doing that stupid thing where it's not rolling on the screen again. Because I need to select this person? Yeah, it is.
You can just keep me there if you want.
Yeah, I might keep you floating there. 24, 14, or 24, 19, 16.
The last one, they all hit.
Okay. 18, 9 damage total.
Oh. Is that reduced, or?
That's halved already, sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, perfect. And this one is gonna stand in front of you, can't quite get away yet. All right, Kala, in the distance, you see a monstrous figure kind of leap across the cavern, inviting this onslaught of flails against it as the creatures try to scurry past it. And you've been tracking these creatures now for probably a couple hours, and you've noticed that they do not seem to be natural in the way that they attack or in the way they move and act. They seem very odd. At first you were hopeful, but now you're more worried. And you see this horned creature leap across the chasm. It's about probably, 60 feet away from you at this point.
So seeing that, and I think seeing Maeve at first was the first one to take a shot.
Mm-hmm.
Would I know who is really, even though they're not natural, they're not right, who is the aggressor? Because to me, I'm looking at this and seeing the party attacking them, not them attacking the party.
That's
They're,
true.
to me, they're defending themselves.
You you would have come
I-
across these creatures before too. Sorry to cut you off. When you first encountered them, they were like ravaging kind of fallen Goliath figures about, I don't know, a quarter mile away. So you know you're familiar with the tribes in this area, even though you're not maybe as familiar as you should be. Um, you would, I mean, you would see Maeve as the aggressor. You've also seen these creatures kind of strike back at the group at the mouth here, at the mouth of the cave. So I mean, Maeve definitely shot first. I mean, you know, if you want to go down in history, you know, and then we can edit it out later when we do the re-release. But Maeve definitely shot first.
Han shot first. Is that what
Uh
we're
huh.
doing?
Yeah, that's right. That's I worked that in there.
So I think I'm going to go with a little less aggressive, but I'm still gonna kind of let's help out a little bit. I'm gonna cast Entangle, and where can I put this that it hopefully does not? It's a 20-foot square. That's two. These are 10-foot squares. These blocks are.
Yeah.
Okay. I think though, if I do this, it might end up getting to Quinn in the process. I'm not sure.
Well, he wanted to reroll a new character anyway, so to be honest, it's gonna be fine.
Are you
I'm
sure you want me to reroll the next character?
Maybe not at all, actually.
So if I, and I'm gonna, if I like start maybe here, and come to about 20-foot square would take in 2 full. If I
Yeah.
start here, and over, it would just get the edge of this guy. If I could try to get without kind of.
You could probably go. That's gonna be 5, 10. I mean, if you put it like right here, you'll probably get all three of them and just leave the Quinn out as he's like kind of on the weird 5-foot ring around the edge there.
Is that going to be a 20-foot? Is that what we?
That's is that 20 foot? Yeah, I guess it is actually. Yeah, you'll catch. No, you may not quite get the third person yet, but you'll definitely get the first two and not get to Quinn.
If I go like this, would this be the?
Sure.
Okay.
It's a strength save.
Yeah, DC 14.
Okay. 1. Wish I could just cue these up. 2, 3. So from left to right, fail here, pass in the middle, fail on the end. So what's the outcome? What's the damage there?
No, it's that there's no damage. They are now restrained.
Okay.
Here, let me. If I display in VTT, does it do this? Or is it going to roll it again? I'm not sure.
Just make sure it doesn't use one of your spell slots, but yeah.
Swords.
20 foot, difficult terrain, or be restrained. Strength check against your save DC, it frees itself. Awesome. What's restrained? Speed is 0. Any attack rolls against the creature have advantage, and attack roll. Yeah, awesome. Okay, great. So you see these sort of like icy roots almost come out of the cliffside and begin to like wrap around and just honestly just kind of grow in this cubic area here. No trees anywhere nearby, no sort of vegetation at all, but these like icy roots have now sprouted from the ground. That's an action, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Any bonus actions or movement?
No, I'm going to stay where I am. I'm still reserving judgment on, I know that something's wrong with these guys. I know that they're not right, so that's why I've made this, but I'm not sure enough about the other party to really jump in there with it.
Yeah, that's probably a great life lesson just to continue throughout the campaign is not trust these group of buffoons. Davos.
Thanks for asking. I would like 10, 20, 30.
You see these, you see this entangled group of people.
Free,
he
right?
is free, yes.
The other ones
are wrapped up as the roots start to grow up their legs and around their waist. You see them snarling, looking down.
Sorry, man. I'm gonna cast darkness and 15 foot. Oh, I should change my.
Are you saying sorry to me because I have to roll a d4 now?
Yeah, just like in general.
Just general sorry.
Let me do this. 10. That's 10 plus halfway into those ones. Does that feel like 15 feet?
We're getting real creative with our squares here today, I should see. Yeah, that's sure. That feels like 15 feet to me, I guess. I don't know.
Sweet. So, all right, I'm gonna use that. Do that using sorcery points. So that's magical darkness that I can see through.
Okay.
Then, I'm going to shout at Quinn, like swing wildly or whatever, but like don't move. I'll get you through it.
Okay. It's an action and a free voice line.
Yeah, and that's what I'll do.
Okay. Back up to the top, Maeve. You see flails. You see roots come out of the ground and wrap around the legs of two of these marauders, and then you see them just encased in darkness. I don't think you've seen the darkness before.
Nope.
But you do see Davos cast it. So you'll find out that it's a specialty of his when he wants to really just piss off the DM.
All right. So I can no longer see any of the three.
None of them, yeah. You know where they're at, in theory.
You have advantage on them, so.
I'm gonna say
It's advantage of darkness.
Yeah, so in theory, you know where they are. You saw two couldn't move, but then you lost them in the darkness, so.
Yeah. Can I still, like, scent them, though?
You...
Or, like, hear them, like, being restrained by...
You definitely hear them as they're, like, grunting and swinging wildly in the darkness. So, I mean, you get the sense that, like, you have a pretty good idea of where they're at, and because you know they can't move. You could... You realize your arrow would be about as effective as it normally is, you know, if that makes any sense, right? So you're gonna have a normal attack roll basically against them.
Okay.
Against the two that are restrained, which is the outside ones essentially.
So I'm just gonna try and hit the one I hit before.
The brooding one on the right, right? Yeah. Oops, sorry, DeQuinn.
Yeah, that's fine. It should be fine. I say that, and then I'll probably roll poorly.
25 is not poorly. That'll hit.
Oh, good.
Nice.
That's good. Come on, scroll down so I can click the thing.
-8?
Yeah.
Nice. And you shoot an arrow into the darkness, and you hear a comforting, maybe groan come back out to you. And you see DeQuinn kind of look over, like, as the arrow just kind of, like, passes over his shoulder. But so, you know, you get the sense that you struck something.
That's not DeQuinn. As long as it's not DeQuinn, we're good.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be. Not yet.
Whoa, come on.
Anything else?
I think I'm gonna move further down the path just in case one of them gets through the vines
brush
that suddenly showed up. Yeah.
Right.
I'm gonna move there.
Okay. DeQuinn, you're up.
Yeah, well, great. Now I can't frickin' see and there's roots all over my feet. I'm heaving and I'm bloody. I'm just going to attack the one in the middle, please. So normal hit, correct?
It'll be because that one. Well, you're at disadvantage because that one's not entangled, and you can't see them.
But advantage because of reckless.
So normal hit then, yeah. If you want to even that all out.
Oh,
It's a miss. You swing wide, and where you should have felt flesh, you didn't feel anything.
well, that just ruins my plan. I'm just going to sit here and take these hits.
You'd be surprised. Let's see here. The first one's gonna try and free itself from the roots that have wrapped around a 9. It's not. I'm assuming your spell DC is better than 9, right, Kala?
Yeah.
Yeah, and as it like breaks off one root, 3 more come and wrap around it. It seems to be stuck in its place, and you hear a scream kind of echo out from this pitch black dark area. It can't fucking do anything.
It's a 14.
Perfect. The next one is the one that's not restrained, and I actually keep doing them backwards, but that's okay. Can't see. God, I hate you, Davos.
Where'd it go?
Yeah, that's a great question. Roll an intelligence check. Oh, not bad actually. It's able to, on hands and knees, you guys see, but it's difficult terrain, right? Too.
Mm-hmm.
The entanglement, right, Kala? You guys see just the roots are difficult terrain, isn't it? That area. Yeah. So you see, so that's 5, 10, 15, 20. So you see her just able to like crawl out here. She's kind of on hands and knees as she like just very carefully like manages to like come out of the darkness in the right direction, but horrified that it's gonna come off the like fall off the wrong side of the cliff. What will it do? Let's roll it. Let's roll a D. Let's roll a D20 here. Kala, it's gonna look back at you, seeing that you casted this sort of like this odd root-shaped fixtures around its feet, impeding its approach to the mouth of the cave. It's gonna. God, will it? No, it would not. It's not gonna attack. That's stupid. It's gonna actually use its action to dash, and get another like 30 feet or so, 10, 20, 30 here, as it's like pulls itself up off the ground and runs forward. It's just making its way around the corner as fast as it can. Adaxi, you're up. You see one figure emerge, from the darkness to the left there, to your right, I guess. Dax, are you talking? And you're muted?
Yep, sure was.
Yep, that sounds right.
Sacred flame on this guy. I'm
Okay.
60 feet away. So.
Okay. Dex, right?
Yeah, Dex 13.
15 again. Sorry, my friend.
Oh, wow. Is anyone hurt?
DeQuinn's be pretty beat up. He's taken several mace to the face.
I'll do a bonus action healing word on DeQuinn. It's
Okay.
small, but that's all I got.
I'll take whatever you give me, Wars. Oh God, do better.
I'll take whatever you except that.
DeQuinn.
Anything but that.
DeQuinn, I think you jammed your toe earlier when you were fighting the first marauder,
Now
and
it's perfect.
it is now unjammed, which is something, you know.
Well,
Better
I
footing.
had hooves, so I'm glad it's unjammed.
You had a pebble in your shoe.
Yeah, it was like you had some snow compacted underneath your hoof. It was driving you nuts.
That's my
Anything?
source of my rage.
Yeah, exactly. It's always been the source of your rage. Adaxi, anything else? If you're saying anything, you're muted again.
That was action and bonus action. No, I'm good. That's
Okay. Strength save. 15? As it breaks free, I think it's an action for it to do that. And so, well, let's see where it's at. Let's see if it knows any clue what's going on here. It does not, and so we'll roll our favorite little 1d4 here. 4, 2. Oh, okay. That actually makes a little bit of sense. Sometimes these things make sense. The creature's gonna move to the right, 5-10 feet, come out of the darkness and look around and figure out where it's at, and it's gonna see Adaxia and then move back towards him. Now that it's emerged from the darkness, that'll actually be all. Well, that'll be all of its movement since it was half in the entangled ground underneath. It's gonna be 3 regular. Actually,
break out of the tangle roots.
Yeah, you're right. So it's just gonna look at you angrily.
That's right. He's gonna go into the poo soup.
And I need to roll these again. I need to not forget these. Go ahead. Up next is Kala. You're up. You see one figure emerge from the darkness. One still trapped in there.
I am going to. I'm going to cast create bonfire.
Oh.
It's on that guy. He's the
Okay.
only one close enough to get to me right now. So yeah, it's
8.
14.
Yeah, so it rolls an 8. So 6 damage. Actually, let me see these guys. Okay. Yeah, as these fiery embers underneath it start to kick up, you can see it has a very adverse reaction to these, and it has no shoes on. You could tell from the fire that starts to create under its feet, and it starts to grunt and do this odd dance and try and kick away some of the fiery embers underneath it. Would you like to do anything else?
No, it's a concentration spell, so I'm just gonna hold it. If he's
Okay.
in the spot, he takes it again. He'd have to do the same thing next time.
Got it.
Just for.
Is it concentration?
Yep.
Is entangled concentration?
Oh. No.
Nope.
Concentration.
Yeah, I'm going to be the absolute worst about keeping up with those, so I'm going to have to trust you guys to do it. And give a little concentration emoji here thing, whatever that is.
Entangle is concentration. Entangle is concentration, so no, I cannot cast that.
Do you want to retcon that then? Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, please.
Sure.
Well, you can, but just get rid of entangle.
Yeah.
Is there still anyone that's held by it right now?
One figure has not emerged, but there's darkness now, so it's kind of hard to tell.
Right. Sure. I'll just give some damage, so sure, I'll drop entangle and I'll keep the.
Oh, okay. You're gonna drop so you are gonna do the bonfire.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I'll try it.
All right. Anything else?
No, I'm gonna stay here.
Davos.
Yes, I'm going to cast message. Cast message and tell DeQuinn how to navigate the narrow thing he's on, back towards us, back towards this way.
Okay. Through the darkness.
Yep.
But I got 2 people in front of me.
Well, one guy can't see, and I think I don't know if your token's actually reflective of where you are. I figured you were in the darkness as well.
Yeah, he's kind of close to it.
Half head in, half head out, you know.
It's just an arm sticking out of the
20,
out of the darkness.
He's doing the hokey pokey.
Okay.
Thank you.
Action for the message. Anything else?
Nope.
Maeve, you're up.
Okie dokie.
You see this one figure around here just comes sprinting around the side of the path here.
Yeah, I'm try and shoot that guy.
Okay.
Whew, I'm running out of arrows. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. I'm still double digits. It's fine. Nope.
But you just
not
wasted
fine.
one.
Yep.
It does go wide, yeah. Unfortunately.
Then,
I'm an idiot. Okay.
guess for my bonus action, I'm gonna put my longbow away or like over an arm and take out one of my my short swords.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna wait and be ready.
Okay. The impending berserker coming around the corner.
Yep.
DeQuinn, you hear in the back of your head these instructions for how to navigate the chasm that you're standing on.
That's okay. I only just need to go to one place. That's over here.
Okay.
I would like to attack old mate, who is clearly in my vision.
Okay. Yeah. Clearly.
Yeah. Clearly. Ah, dang it. You know what? Whatever. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't hurt me at all. Whatever.
Okay.
Dumb game. That's my go.
That's your turn.
All my plans are gone.
This figure is going to appear here, is going to 5, 10, 20, 30, dash, and come right in front of Maeve. You can't do anything else, Maeve. It's kind of snarling in front of you. This creature in the darkness doesn't move at all. You don't know why, can't see why. Davos, I guess you can see through the darkness, right?
Sure can.
You just see this sort of creature, like, while it's in the darkness, it's kind of smiling, looking around, reveling in the fact that it can't see anything, oddly enough. And it just sits there and chatters to itself in that magical darkness. Odaxi, you're up. As a creature like comes in, one of these marauders jumps in front of Maeve.
All right. Unmuted. That was the unmute sound.
There you go.
Feel like. Can I get up next to her here?
Yeah, it is enough for
right.
two people. Yeah.
Here, wait. Stay. I'm gonna get on the ledge side.
Okay.
Yeah. Here we go. All right. I'm gonna try to knock him off balance and throw him down.
So you can take the shove action or your grapple. Those are your two options.
Shove.
So shove is use your action. You can make a special melee attack to shove a creature, either to knock it prone or push it away from you.
Okay, so maybe I do want to be on this side a little bit. Trying to alt move. There we go.
All right, it's an athletics check.
Okay.
It rolled a 20 as well, so you tied.
What do I gotta do it again?
I don't even know. Yeah. Roll it again. Let's do it again.
Rock, paper, scissors now?
No.
A 13. Yeah, resist this time. Your shove. As you locked like horns, quote unquote, with it. There was this moment of just like equal pressure against each other, but as you went low, it was able to actually push you down some and get you off balance, and it is not pushed away.
Well, that is all I can do, I think. was my action.
Here. The marauder in front of you, DeQuinn, looks panicked as you take a swing, and it just sidesteps out of the way, haphazardly. It looks into the darkness, looks back at you, and then looks at the mouth of the cave, and has a moment of contemplation. Actually, let me do my math here. Okay. It's gonna take 3 swipes against you. Because that's what these creatures do.
Was I still poisoned because I didn't get attacked the last turn, or yeah?
No, if it's been a whole turn, you were not poisoned.
So that means I get advantage on my strike?
Did it attack? It didn't attack you last time recklessly either.
But I had reckless attack.
You didn't attack recklessly last time, though. Did you? Or did you mean to?
I didn't, because I thought I was still poisoned, so it was no
Oh,
point.
no, you wouldn't have been poisoned. I mean, if you want to make another attack roll, you can. I'm happy to see if you hit this
There was
time.
something I wanted to do. If it did work out, then I wouldn't take these 3 attacks. If that makes sense.
Sure,
But
go
I
for it.
probably roll shit.
25 hits.
Fine. 14 damage.
It's a great hit.
And it has to make a DC 14 strength save or get pushed back 10 feet because they're hammering thorns.
Is that a bonus action to do that?
Yes.
Strength what save?
DC 14 strength save.
Oh boy. Natural 20.
Nice. Alright.
Sorry, my friend.
That's okay. I just wanted to clarify that because
Sure.
probably save you from going down. Anyway.
It's gonna be
Let's do
10
it.
points of damage.
Okay.
That's halved already, so. It is gonna try and run into the darkness though. Okay, 1. Love it. Yeah, you're good.
Amen.
This
I remember. I got
used to the effects. Yeah, appreciate it. Used to the effects. You're able to shrug off any of that poison damage, but it is going to run into the darkness. It's going to collide with the figure that's in the darkness chanting, Davos, as you see it, and kind of stopped abruptly. But you do get an attack of opportunity before it goes in, and it's at advantage because it attacked recklessly. Yeah, both hit. 9 total damage. Okay. Good. You can find good purchase against this creature. Now stuck in the darkness with this other one. Kala, 2 figures are in the darkness that you can't see now, and another one has like run around all the way to the north here. That is what? It's about 50 feet away from you. You see this horned minute. Go ahead.
Question out of character. What would happen with that darkness and Moonbeam?
The game crashes probably. Let me pull up Moonbeam.
I don't think you can cast it because you cannot see the spot that you're casting it.
I mean, it's a... Oh, there's a 5-foot radius. It doesn't say she has to see anything.
Alright, I'm gonna take
The darkness.
chance. Sorry?
What's that?
The darkness spell says if any of the spell's area overlaps with an area of light created by a spell of 2nd level or lower, the spell that created that light is dispelled.
Oh. Okay, thank you. I won't
welcome.
waste that spell slot then.
Team player.
Alright, I'm going to again.
But then again, you have to ask your character if you would know that. Little Miss contemplate to smack the queen in the face.
Right. Her intelligence is 9. She wouldn't have 2 sweet
Perfect
children.
amount. Perfect amount.
I'll let you, if you wanted to roll like an Arcana as a bonus action, I would let you do that since you're a magic user. to know if you've ever interacted with darkness before.
I'm a negative. Let's see. Oh.
A natural 20, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so something about this seems unnatural, and because of that, it bothers you. And Moonbeam is a very familiar spell to you. But yeah, you get the sense that this is not like the darkness. This is not the darkness that the Moonbeam would particularly shine through. So we'll say that's a bonus action.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I am again going to create bonfire where Buddy is attacking Maeve, because I would have no idea where they are within that 15-foot square. So I'm gonna go.
I'll say you do know too that like Moonbeam is like, because you've used it before, it's activated when creatures walk into it as well. So,
right.
Like, even if you don't see the creatures, you can use it, in an area that they may walk into.
They're going to walk out of darkness that they can no longer see in.
Correct.
Yeah, like a bottleneck.
Directly into Moonbeam. Yes, I'm going to cast Moonbeam.
Sure.
I'm going to do that.
Okay. So you're gonna bring down this like pale light. It's a 5-foot radius. It's 40-foot high cylinder, and it's
immediately outside the darkness.
Sure. Yeah, let's put a little something there if we can.
I'm dropping the original casting of concentration
of bonfire.
Bonfire that was still sitting there.
Perfect. Okay. Action, bonus action. You're still stay there?
Still hanging out, yep.
Okay. Davos. You've seen this sort of oh god, what did I do, guys? This this pale light kind of shimmer like right outside your darkness. It's hard for you. Well, you can see where you're at. You do see a figure kind of on the other side of the entrance of the mouth of the cave, moving hands and casting and summoning and bringing this spell down on the walkway here. Creatures engaged with Maeve and Odaxi, as well as the two that are in the darkness at the cavern entrance right down here. Yeah. Oops.
Is this guy still like chanting to himself, or did the stooges run into each other? And
the person that ran into him definitely threw him off some, but he was like, not chanting as much as talking to himself.
Okay. I'm gonna cast Firebolt at this cat right here.
Okay. What is it, dex save?
It's just trying to hit. It's 5 fire damage.
Yeah, and you see it kind of recoil. It does not like getting hit by a fire. Anything else?
Yeah, that's it.
Maeve, you're up. As this creature kind of, it gets in your face, but you see Odaxi kind of like trample up from behind you and immediately lock horns with this thing, and like not more than a few feet away.
Tried.
It's all good. While their horns are locked or whatnot, I'm gonna kind of scooch around to the other side of it.
Okay, yeah, you could do that.
And then I'm gonna try to whack them with my short sword.
Sure, +2 for flanking. You don't have to worry about rolling it, just add it to the end there.
Okay.
Yeah, that hits for sure.
Yay.
5 piercing. Slices in the back of this creature's this half frostbitten man as it tries to run by you. Anything else?
Yeah, this like moonbeam thing.
Yeah, it kind of causes your skin to crawl a little bit.
Yeah, where is it coming from?
It's hard to say. I don't think you could have seen it given your position earlier in the darkness in between you. But now that you're where you're at, you do see a fourth character, which maybe you knew was there, maybe you didn't, standing at the kind of the entrance to this path. And it clearly seems to be like using hand motions and casting a spell and looking at the area where the moonbeam is.
Okay.
DeQuinn? Beat up.
So I'm based. Yeah, I'm beat up, out of luck, out of money, and I'm going to recklessly sling into the darkness with my 10-foot range and hope I find Precious.
Sure, I like that.
Yeah, definitely.
Normal attack.
Yep. I would like to divide horizontally, please.
20 hits. You hear an unnatural sort of groan as you just clean through like the back love handle of this creature in the darkness. Blood kind of comes out of the darkness, following your halberd. As what I'm assuming is kind of like just a spin, like you just kind of spin around and just cut through this and hope that you hit something.
Pretty much.
But you
Reminds me
do.
of old times, Davos.
But you do. You hit something. Anything else?
I'm going to relish that I actually hit something. And that's me, because I'm 10 feet away.
Alright, I'm trying to catch up here. So that was a pass. This is a pass. It's a fail. Okay. This creature. This one up here. Sorry. Adaxi, as you like are pushing against it, it is like looking over your shoulder, looking over Davos, like looking towards the base of the mountain. You can see it's kind of frantic. It's going to move around you. So maybe get an attack of opportunity.
Yeah, I would take that.
Well, actually, a Maeve gets it first because it's still within range for you.
Maeve gets it. Got it.
You know what? I'll say first. It's swing at advantage, Maeve, because it's going to actually swing at Odaxi.
Okie dokes.
Oh, it's just not moving past me now.
Not quite yet. It's going to, though. A 15, a 24, and a 12.
None of those hit.
No, 24 hits.
Wait,
24 hits
24.
for sure.
Sorry, I heard
You're not
14 in my head.
You're not a god. Take 10 bloody damage and make a Constitution saving throw.
10 damage. And a con.
18 hits, so roll damage, Maeve. So you're poisoned now. 6
Okay.
damage. Oops. All right, it's gonna move around Davos as you see this creature like sidestep around Adaxi. Now is in front of you, and is beginning to move away. Adaxi, now you actually also get an attack of opportunity.
Okay. What's
As it
poison
pushes away from you. Poison is disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks. So you do have disadvantage on this attack.
Got it. I found it in Beyond 2. Okay, so I'm attacking him.
Okay. 9 does not hit. It just ducks out of the way as it like swings its flail and comes across. That's one. This one and you see this one chanting still, Davos, in the darkness there. It refuses to leave for whatever reason. It's giggling to itself now too, oddly enough.
That didn't do disadvantage.
Adaxi, you're...
Okay.
Go ahead. Well, your 9 wasn't gonna hit. Yeah, it didn't matter.
Yeah, I know, but it does it. It's okay. I thought it would do the disadvantage automatically.
I don't know if Roll20 knows what poisoned is. Like really. It's your turn though.
All right. Well. Give him another smack.
Okay.
Give him another try.
A disadvantage again.
With a disadvantage.
Yep. Both hit actually, yeah. 7, it's a great hit. You just clock it in the back of the head as it's frantically trying to get past you. Anything else?
No. I have no spell slots.
I know. You guys are depleted. This is a ugly module in terms of all the stuff that it throws at you. This character in the darkness can't see a damn thing, so we'll see if it has any clue what it's doing. It does not. It rolled a 2 minus 1 is a 1, which means it rolls a d4. A 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so it does actually manage to move in the right direction. Bumps into its friend. And it emerges here. As it emerges, you guys can see that this one's pretty beat up. Like, it's taken several halberds and arrows to its torso there. It's not looking the best. And then it's going to action dash.
Does it go into the moonbeam by doing that?
Oh, it does. Absolutely. Oh, I need to put the moonbeam on the marker. For sure, it stumbles out of the darkness into a moonbeam, which is what, 2d10, right? Do you want to just roll moonbeam damage?
Yeah, it rolled 12.
Oh, perfect.
Oh, radiant.
And it comes out, and you can just see it. It looks up, and it's blinded, going from darkness to absolute, like, a beam of light. Probably should do more damage than it does, just for the sheer environmental factors there. It's like recoiling, and like the flesh is kind of burning away from it some.
It does get a save.
Oh, okay. What is it? Dexterity?
AC 14 con save.
Con? Ooh, 22. So it only takes half then?
I can't remember. I think so.
It's gotta be. Yeah, it wouldn't be all or nothing for...
Yeah, half.
Okay, great. And so then it will try and move through here. Looking even worse for wear. Kala, it's your turn. These creatures that you've been, like, trying to subdue and slow down, they seem like they have one intent. Except for this one that you entangled has never left the darkness. They seem to be throwing themselves at this group of strangers without any regard for their own health.
I'm going to follow him.
Okay.
With Moonbeam.
Oh, nice.
As an action, I can move it up to 60 feet.
Okay.
So I'm going to place it exactly where he is.
First time for its turn there. Okay, so it'll at the start of its next turn, it'll take the damage again.
Is it the start or is it at the end of the turn? When a creature enters a spell's area for the first time on turn, or starts its turn there.
Yeah, so like it'll be its turn next round. It'll take the additional damage, I think.
I'm gonna place it right on there.
Okay. Anything else?
That's my action.
I love it. Love it. I'm using this too. I'm gonna keep moving it around wherever it goes. This is forever the moonbeam.
So no, I'm gonna stay right here.
Okay.
Still hiding out because I don't know. I'm helping, but I don't know if they're really my friends yet.
Yeah, sure. I've been playing 12 sessions with them. I don't know if they're really our friends yet. Davos, you're up.
Well,
Well,
I am going to yell to our useless friend Torga back here to pick up the mace and put it in the blue fire. And then I'm gonna, I guess, stab the guy in front of me.
okay.
Interesting.
6 damage. It's a great hit. As you yell back, grab the mace that's dropped right here, right? And put it in the blue
Right.
fire. Okay. All right. Maeve, go ahead. One creature sprinted by you. One's coming your direction. There's an eerie, iridescent light coming down, following this creature on the walkway.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah. I don't want to get near that creature, so I'm gonna go over to this one if I can get next to Odaxi.
You can, yeah, because given the spacing, yeah, you can definitely walk past him.
Cool, and take a swipe at
I'll put you right
Mr.
here.
Duty Dude.
Yeah,
cool.
do it.
With my And it's a normal roll. There we go.
20 hits. 6 damage. Nice. Death by 1,000 cuts. These guys are just meat bags of hit points, unfortunately. Anything else? Bonus?
Nope. That's it.
To Quinn?
Is Torga doing the fire thing?
Torga's not. She actually. Well, let me actually roll her turn. Maybe I should do that, huh? That probably sounds like a good thing to do.
She could at least pick up the flail and come help us out.
You worry about
Davos
yourself.
told her to throw it in the fire.
Worry about yourself down there.
I think, right?
Yeah, that's what. That,
that?
No, that's what he yelled out. Yeah, for sure.
Where'd that come from? Just the thought.
If it'll do anything, but she's not doing anything anyway.
Yeah.
Where
also,
is? Did she get?
Well, I've got one left, but trying to be creative, I guess.
Oh, what did I just do?
Yeah,
No,
that's usually another one. Oh, the dragons, yeah. Rough.
So let's see. Yeah, so she's not. It's not her turn yet, DeQuinn. It's your turn, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I cannot see the path ahead. There's a freaky white thing casting crap that I don't know. So, I'm going to do what I do best and cut corners. I'm going to jump over again.
Okay. Athletics with advantage. With your 7 hit points.
Yep. I don't even know the saying. Leave it let doctor. That's not it.
If there's ever a time for two nat ones. A natural 1 and a natural 20. As you're running up, you stumble. Your hoof catches like this rock, and you begin to stumble forward. And you look down and you see the chasm, the poop hole, and this dead, mangled body, and you just angrily push against it, and you leap incredibly. I think you do a flip probably, although it was more out of reaction than action, and you land across the cliff wall here in front of the same just meat bags that you've been fighting for what seems like 2 days now.
Yes. Yeah. Did you see that, Devils? Freaking amazing.
That was rad.
Anyway, yeah, I'm
blood's like dripping from the Quinn's mouth as he's just been beat to hell.
I'm back, baby. And I'm going to attack this porcupine, hedgehog, whatever you call it, recklessly, please.
Yeah, go for it.
Again.
Nat 20 and a nat 1. Holy shit.
Yep.
11 to 22 damage.
I think so. No. Yeah, 22 damage. Yeah.
As you just cleave into this character that's trying to make its way across the cavern here, the icy walkway. It's a great hit. It's strange set of rolls that have worked out in your favor.
Yeah, I heard this roll is even better. He has to make a DC 14 or get shoved back into the chasm, please.
Hammering horns, right?
Yeah.
DC 14 strength? Strength?
Yeah. Strength. As a famous paladin would say, I'm going to bring the hammer.
It's a 14?
Yeah.
Yeah. She's got a hammer time.
Hammer time, whatever. She's long gone.
Wow.
Here you go. I'll just give you guys this in chat.
She's dead to us. Yeah. Get it.
Sent you in Discord chat there. A little treat.
What? It resisted it?
as it moves
nice.
5 feet off the side of the cliff face here. I'll
Punk.
give it I'll give it
10 feet, actually.
It's 10 feet push.
Yeah, I think hammering horn's 10 feet. I don't know if that matters or not. But...
Makes it 8 for its dex save. One hand kind of grapples against the cliff wall face, but then immediately loses its purchase and begins to plummet down the side of this wall here. That's gonna be what, 30 feet? All right, I'll do falling damage in a second. Torga picks up the mace that you told her to, and looks back at the group fighting, and spits on the ground, and kind of runs up to the mouth of the cave here, and looks at you all and says, "Hi, don't worry, I'll stop anyone that tries to cross here. We'll hold them at this threshold." As she's now got.
Use a reaction to say like, I hate you.
You can use your reaction to say that if you really want to from your core.
No, wait.
You're gonna wait.
Yeah.
Okay. Rules from falling. 1d6 for every 10 feet. We said it's 30 feet, so 3d6. 9. As this creature just falls and plummets, it kind of rolls down at the end here, and is also prone now from that terrible save. I don't know. What's going on here? We'll do that. Okay. It's her turn. She stands up, so now she's no longer prone, so I didn't have to do any of that nonsense. And begins to look, sees the mangled corpse of a similar creature next to it, and begins to try and just scale this mountainous wall. I'll do a strength check. Not good. It tries to scurry up using the javelin that it has, like as a post, but it's not able to, and makes no progress up the side of this wall here. And the next one, and actually I need to roll these every time. These characters. You know what? After you kill these 3 people, we're never using these characters again. They're fucking annoying. For the sake of everything that's going on, this creature in the darkness sits down and is perfectly content just sitting here babbling to itself.
Why?
I'll explain to you guys after this. Adaxi, your turn. You see DeQuinn leap over what looks to be like a 10 to 15 foot gap, land, brandish the halberd, twirl it around probably one good time, chop into this frostbitten marauder, and then hammer horn it off the side of the edge.
Mm-hmm.
2 more though are.
See it from here?
Yeah, you can see it for sure. If you stand, yeah, if you come a little closer to the edge.
And he's still alive? I'm trying to claw back up?
Still alive, trying to like blood you can see on the side of the wall as it tries to dig its fingertips into the side.
Sacred flame.
Alright. 20.
Yeah. Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, I'm sorry, buddy. I can't make it roll worse.
I have no other...
I know.
That's it for me. That's good.
This one's starts its turn now, so another 2d10. You want to roll for me, Kala? Jeez. This time just frying. You can see smoke start to rise from the skin as the radiant damage starts to sear into this creature. It gasps and it stumbles on its hands and knees for a moment as it's struggling here. You can see now the frenzy is sort of panic in its eyes. It gets even worse, and it's going to move 30, 60, taking the dash action to move there. Kala, you're up now.
All right, I am going to. So I don't have to go around. I can just move straight across. Follow him again.
What's the distance it can move?
I can move it 60 feet.
Oh
I
yeah,
don't have
no.
to go around the path.
Yeah, no problem there. That's an action.
Yeah, that's my action to move it, and I'm gonna kind of creep up a little bit here. Everyone else except for the dude that's in the darkness
Sure.
is no longer on my side, so I'm just gonna move up a little bit and see what I can see. I just see what else is going on because it's getting further away from me.
Right. Yeah, I mean, this creature that you actually entangled probably, feels like a century ago, has never left this pitch black dark area. So it's honestly hard to even know what happened to it. Davos. A marauder's coming around the bend, and one is slid down to the ground there at the bottom. Both looking very injured.
First, praise me, Davos.
So good. So good. I hate Torgan.
Just hate a lot of things right now.
I wish we never left for good mead. Should have really
Just
focused
trying to
on
make
that.
it great. What if we just
Diplomatic
hijack the
campaign.
campaign?
Just, you know what? We just throw away the rest of the Frostmaiden book and just make a city builder.
Yes.
I am going to. All right. Okay. I'm going to tell Torga to give me that.
Okay.
Does she?
Well, it's not her turn. I mean,
Damn it.
try and wrestle it from her. I tell you what, if you go to reach for it, if you want to spend your free action, I guess you could take it from her. She would probably give it to you willingly.
Yeah, I'm gonna take it.
Okay.
And then I'll go 20, 30.
Okay. You go to action dash.
Yoink.
All right.
That's it.
Maeve.
Okay.
Davos just ran
Mhm.
with the mace in hand,
Mhm.
giggling to himself. No, I'm just kidding.
He was never good with
It's
the
canon now. Yeah.
Well. Shit with that moonbeam. Is there a way for
Eek.
me to get around behind this guy coming up and around the moonbeam without going through that weird light that's
It'll be tight. Yeah.
encapsulating him?
It'll be tight. In theory,
I think
yes.
it's 2 minutes to do it.
In theory, yes. The space is only 5 feet. For where Moonbeam is and where this token is, so it's definitely doable.
Okay, I'm gonna.
But it's also
I'm gonna
like
do
all of
that.
your movement because all of your movement gets you
Yeah.
like almost side by side. It wouldn't get you around.
Okay. Oh, okay. Then never mind. I'm just gonna step close enough and try to whack him without getting caught up in this weird funky light.
Yeah.
Okay. I poke you with my sharp stick, maybe.
14 does it. Yeah.
Oh, woohoo.
8. Creature's on its last leg as Maeve kind of like gingerly like walks up and like not wanting to get too close to it, but also wanting to like get after it and just swings at it and then like immediately pulls back to like step away from the sort of the eerie light above this marauder. Yeah, it's gasping for air at this point. The cut coming across the chest, and you can see that there's almost like it seems like 15 different cuts across it. It's charred skin. It's barely of this world.
Yeah, that'll about do it.
To Quinn?
That's all I got.
To Quinn?
Is Is it a free action to drop something?
Yes.
Say if I wanted to hand it a Daxi. Okay. Excuse me. Adaxi, seems like your magic is failing you. Take these, and I'll throw the javelin pack that I have with 4 javelins down for him. Try and do something. Excuse me, Boris. I'm gonna step in Daxi's space and attack this guy. Snow Fox, duck! And I'm gonna do attack.
Yeah, 20 hits. How would you like to disfigure? How would you like to divide this creature?
With an inch going over little fox's head, I'm going to hit this thing in the hip and just basically get its guts and entrails all over that wall.
Oh God! So you bring the halberd, yeah, right over Maeve, cleaning this marauder in two, and the two pieces like slump out of. As it do, like this smell of like of the blood hitting that radiant moonbeam kind of it fills the air here, and it kind of lops over and falls and begins to slide down the wall here.
Perfect division. Be as smart as you
this one down here panics, looks around, seeing one corpse to its right, one corpse to its left. It's gonna begin to. No, they're not smart enough to do that. It's gonna try and climb. 14, so it gets about 10 feet, 20 feet up the wall. See if we can use the rest of its movement to get up. Ooh, another good movement. It begins to just crest the lip of this this wall here and looking towards the entrance.
Oh, how would you like to be divided?
Adaxi, you see this one figure start to make its way up the wall. DeQuinn just cleaned 1 and 2 right in front of you.
You do have javelins too, my friend.
I think I want to try the shove again.
Are you trained to use javelins?
No.
That's a simple weapon, right?
I have no clue. Actually, this is a genuine question. I have no clue.
I'm just gonna put. I think
Sure.
I give a good chance of shoving him again, so I'm gonna go for that shove.
Okay.
Can I get an advantage with a running start or no? Or is that a bad idea?
You know what?
Charge? Wait, is charge a... No, I don't have charge, right?
Do you have any of those features?
No, he's not a minotaur.
I will.
But I'm big.
Here's what I'll do. I'll give you advantage. If you want to charge.
But if you miss.
No, I'm just.
But if you make contact, you're going over the cliff wall with it.
No, then I don't. Yeah. I don't
Okay.
do that. I'm just gonna keep sure footing and give him a.
Okay.
Try to get him with my face again.
Okay.
Trunk and. Oh, I forgot. Is this disadvantage too?
No, your poison would have ended by now.
You can assist me if you wanted to. Like,
oh, poison's ended?
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you do the help action, it gives me advantage on shoving him.
Like, why can't I find? There it is.
Nice!
21 beats the 12. It was a disadvantage because it was trying to scale this wall.
Nice.
3d6 again as it tumbles back down the side. Oof. Prone on the ground down there. Not looking good.
I like that we're fighting on this cliff.
That's one good thing about this fight.
Gotta use the environment.
Kala. You see this party that you've never met before trying their best to keep these creatures at bay, throwing them off sides of cliffs, chopping them in half. The only one unaccounted for is the mysterious. You hear like this laughter from the center cube here.
He's laughing. Is he gone mad?
I know.
He was probably already halfway there. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
So, my daughter to come in just when the last thing happened. That other fella, is he dead or is he just down at the bottom?
You see this Loxodon charge and kind of just swat the creature that was climbing up the wall off the side of the wall, and it falls prone on the ground. Excuse me, about 30 feet. That's this one. This one right here is very dead, where your moonbeam was.
Okay. So looking here, it's 30 feet, which doubled is the
60, yeah. Yeah.
So... Boop.
So what's your pathing, actually? Because it kind of makes a bit of a difference. How do you want to path that moonbeam?
I was trying to path it so I didn't hit Maeve.
Okay.
Again here. So it was here.
That's no fun for anyone, but fine. Yeah, okay, no problem. Mate, the eerie light, this spotlight kind of just kind of comes across in front of you, and I just picture like Maeve kind of like pressing against the wall, like as it like gets like, it's not really that close, but it feels super close, and you can feel the hair on the back of your neck kind of climb up, and the moonbeam just kind of meanders like through the cavern onto the creature at the bottom.
So I'm assuming I moved first so I can see the edge?
Sure. Yeah. And then brought...
definitely double see it, so...
Yeah, for sure. Bonus action?
Nope. Nothing that I need to do right now.
Davos, go for it.
And then I'll do, and drop it in the fire.
All right, you take this this black flail, this black encrusted flail, and toss it into the blue flame of the likes of which you've never seen. And you can see as you throw it in there, rather than like become red or become heated, the actual surrounding of the flail starts to become frozen, and you see the frost, I suppose. You see the icy sort of like a shell begin to form around the flail and encase it thickly as it sits in there.
And I don't have an action anymore, right?
No, it's an action to dash, right?
Yeah,
bonus action? Okay. Maeve, you're up. No one's nearby. That's just the moonbeam light kind of passed in front of you, and then is now hovering over this creature, prone at the bottom of the chasm where you were previously. What do you want to do?
I can hear the other guy laughing.
Just absolutely enjoying himself in this pitch blackness on the cavern.
Cool. I would like to see if I can hit him with an arrow.
Okay. It'll be disadvantage. Yes, disadvantage, yeah. Both hit, yeah, for sure. You hear like a grunt as you just track and find the sort of sound emanating from the darkness, and you put an arrow right there, and you hear the thump as it collides with something, and you hear a bit of a gasp, and then the weird giggling again.
Good lord! All right.
Slightly disturbing.
Yeah, muchly disturbing. So then, let's see. 10, 20, 30. And then that's it. That's all I got.
Okay. DeQuinn?
Alright, obviously, he didn't understand what I was saying, so I'm going to pick up my javelins and go look at that. See, this is how you use them. You point it up, point it down at your target. The other hand is your aim, and you shoot. And I'm gonna throw a javelin.
It's at disadvantage because it's prone.
Can I recklessly do it?
I don't know. Can you recklessly do? Is it melee only?
Yeah, why not?
He throws it.
Just so angrily he throws it.
No, he throws it sideways.
Yeah, oh, is that how reckless he is? I have no clue if reckless is melee or not. You tell me.
It's like throwing a clothesline.
I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you straight, just for the.
Nah, it says on melee weapon attacks. using roll strength.
Okay, so roll a disadvantage.
Yeah,
There's a real good chance you still hit this guy.
I don't know. Javelin boost.
Show me how it's done.
Yeah, I will show you how it's done.
I'm waiting. I'm watching.
Oh, 12 just misses, actually. I really wanted you
Damn.
to... He throws it, and you see that he throws it backwards, and only the wooden side hits the creature on the ground, and it just kind of shivers a little bit and grunts angrily, but doesn't do any damage.
Kill. Yeah. Here
So
you
the
go.
point
Your
was
turn.
to give him a weapon that he could throw back at us?
Man, I would rather him
I
hit
get
me
it
with that
now.
javelin than a flail.
Torga reaches up and grabs a javelin off the ground and goes, fools, and throws it herself. This time, the actual pointy in first and spears the creature on the ground. Let's see.
I hope it was the black tip one. That was my special one.
It was not.
Good.
Let's see this creature pinned to the ground now. It starts its turn inside the moonbeam. Kala, do you want to give us one more roll here of the moonbeam? If you didn't roll earlier, I didn't see it, so or just let me know what the damage is. Oh, I forget it gets a save too.
Yeah.
Stupid.
14.
Disadvantage. What was the damage?
9.
Oh, well, that's exactly how many hit points it has left. As the radiant damage just kind of singes it, and you see the body kind of wreathing with the javelin now inside of it, and tosses back and forth, and then with a final exhale, just kind of collapses on the cavern below. The creature that's in the person that's in the darkness, giggling, laughing, carrying on. You hear the chuckle start to fade, and then you hear this rolling thud, this I don't know, and just the sound of the laughter kind of fading away. Kala, you're probably the only one that really catches a sense of it. This creature that was trapped in the darkness this entire time just starts to roll down the cliffside behind you, and as it continues to follow it, the terrain to the left becomes more and more steep and jagged, and this just sort of mangled corpse laughs its way down the side of the hill, the hillside, or the mountainside, excuse me, to your left, before finally just collapses lifeless on the ground, what seems to be 60, 70 feet away. That mad laugh continuing the whole way as if it was enjoying itself, as battering against each of the stone columns.
Kala says a quick prayer to the goddess, knowing that these beings were not right, and it may not have been their fault that they were like this, and she just asked for him to be accepted wherever it may be.
For what seems like the first time for 4 of you, 5 of you if you count Torga, I guess. I don't know if anyone really does quite yet. You are not in immediate combat. There are just dozens of strewn bodies everywhere, kind of collapsed against the... Actually, now almost all of them are at the bottom of this sort of drop, where the path swerves around. It's been an exhausting day. You've fought these beings once, teleported, fought them again, fought them a third time, fought dragons, depleted a now average size, I guess, for Adaxian DeQuinn, tall for the rest of you. Goliath figure kind of emerges around the path, and now that you're within, I guess, visual range of them, Kala, like what does your character look like?
So, she's from a distance. Anyone that's from a distance isn't going to see the clear details yet, but as she approaches, you'll see more and more as she gets closer to you. She's got pale white skin and white hair. She's got She's a Goliath. Usually they would have like grayish skin, brown skin with dark markings. Her markings are actually pale blue and almost glimmer a little bit, but not glowing, but just kind of a shine to them. Something that's very odd. And she's got bright blue eyes, which is probably the only thing that really is standard for a Goliath. They would normally have bright blue or green eyes. So that is one of the few. She's actually quite short for a Goliath. She's just a little over 6 feet tall. So for some of the people, she might be considered tall, but for a Goliath, she's actually very petite. She is dressed warmer than a Goliath normally would be. Like when you see Goliaths, they have their hide armor, whatever they have, but they show off their markings because their markings are part of their fate, their destiny. It's what they are going to do. She's actually fully covered and actually has a big wolf pelt, like with the ears of the wolf coming up over her head to look like a hood, and she's got it kind of wrapped around herself when she's not actively fighting. She's standing there. She's very earthy looking. As she reaches the spot where the entangle was, she looks around if there's any kind of pieces that may have survived, and she actually takes them, kind of weaves them into her hair, so it's like sticks. There's no flowers like there would be when summer existed, but she still kind of weaves them in as if she's weaving a little flower crown in her hair. Anything that she finds like that along the path, but very earthy, very but odd looking for Goliath. Like probably never seen one that looked like her.
DeQuinn and Davos, yeah, you guys all encountered Goliaths. Like everyone but Maeve wasn't with the group yet, I don't believe. Were you with the contest in the snow?
I don't think she was yet.
I don't think so.
I met everyone in Brinshander.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you haven't quite come across Goliaths yet, but yeah, to Kyla's point, this is not this is not the typical Goliath that you're used to seeing. So a little shorter, definitely not as like, I don't know, menacing perhaps, or menacing's not the right word. Maybe not as like
Intimidating.
Clothed, I guess, right? Like, and just in general, like with all the pelts and the different things you've got going on, you're much more innate than the average Goliath. Yeah, and you come across, as I try to find some semblance of the right music, I guess that's better. You come across this massive Loxodon Minotaur figure. With them is a smaller, much more fit archer, who is now, I think the teeth and the fur is probably receding a little bit, right, Maeve, at this point?
Well, when she starts getting close, I would just quickly take in a breath to try and grab some of her scent if I can, and then turn and put my
headband back on
and shift back before hopefully she notices anything.
Hello, friendos.
Kala, you notice, is incredibly perceptive. Kala, I'll let you decide kind of if you show your hand or not.
I mean, yeah, it's fine. She saw her fighting, I would assume, because she purposely moved that around her, trying not to hit. So she would have definitely seen her there. In shifter form.
Yeah. As you notice, as you get closer, she tries to like quickly like kind of recover and like put together, I guess, like her bandana and stuff like that. Very, without being noticed as best as possible. And you see Davos come sprinting around the corner, right?
Yep.
Davos, I just kind of imagined that you do it, you're pretty confident in yourself, pretty sure that you solved the whole mystery here. Yeah.
It
I
worked.
mean, from Davos' perspective, he put the flail in
Killed everyone.
the fire and came back, and they were all dead. So 1 + 1 = 2.
So as she's walking, she's got her hands up. Don't shoot! I'm friendly. I'm not trying to hurt you. And she keeps walking around the path towards them, but she
Davos,
keeps
can you
making
deal with
sure she's
that?
making gestures to show that she's not trying to be not threatening and not menacing. Hello.
I just kind of tuck into the entrance before she gets too far, and I look at Davos, and I'm just like, am I good? Am I good?
Yeah, I'm like happy to help make cover it up, but also like really take it back. That's the thing you do.
I don't think anyone knows anything about your
I think
shifting.
I think DeQuinn's the only one who knew before
Yeah.
this. Because
Yeah.
at the camp, he saw me.
I
Right.
flicked the ears, yeah. I've got pressing matters to do. Davos, can you deal with that unsightly figure?
Unsightly figure.
Yes.
Oh, my temporary hit points would go away. Hold on.
I would like to grab some rope, tie it around Torga, and say, alright, it's time to go fishing, Torga. I want that javelin back that you stole from me, and any arrows you see at the bottom for Fox over there.
I am not some fishing lure you can just dangle over the side and.
I mage hand push. Mage hand push. Push. As soon as the knot's tied.
As she's tied around. I'm not some fishing. Oh, goal! That goes down the side. And he's just kind of dangling over these mangled corpses and just blood and whatever else is down here.
Remember, javelin and arrows.
Davos, you're the dwarven speaker, right?
Yeah.
You just hear probably the most foul dwarvish swear words you've ever heard in your entire life come from the bottom of the pit. But she is grabbing javelins and grabbing different things. I don't know. They're arrows. How many arrows did you fire? Do you know, Maeve?
This battle, I fired 2 arrows. Yeah.
Let's see. Let's roll a d20. Natural 20.
Didn't that first guy have arrows in it too?
She comes up with 4 arrows. You're not really sure how.
Fuck yes.
She cleanly removes 2 and
Those are really nice arrows.
And finds 2 more just scattered around the snow there. Or she had them tucked away somewhere you probably don't want to ask. But she has 4 arrows and a javelin when she comes up. 2 javelins. I'm sorry, 2 javelins.
I'll take those, thank you.
As she comes back up, she looks at DeQuinn and goes, you're supposed to throw with the pointy end, right? You understand how a javelin works.
Do you want to go back down there without a rope?
Wait. And I try to grab the arrows from her. Okay, we're good.
Get those first.
Push away.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yes.
Helen's a little taken back when they push someone who she assumes is their ally off the cliff.
They're basically yo-yoing Torga over the side here.
Yeah,
fighting the wrong people.
As you're perplexed, I'd say, hello.
Hello. I'm friendly. Don't worry. Please don't push me off a cliff too.
Are you with her? And I'll hit Torga.
I'm not with anyone really. I had followed these guys. I saw them a few miles back, and I followed them for about an hour before we got here, and kind of came into this battle and tried to help out. But I don't know. Now after seeing you push them off the cliff, I don't know. Was I helping the right team or not?
Well, that's a judgment call you'll have to make. Come on, guys. Let me show you this mace I put in the fire.
What time of day is it?
It's the sun is starting to set. Definitely over the mountainside that you guys are on. I mean, because you took off early in the morning after Torga, fought at the camp, teleported here, fought here again, fought here a third time. Yeah, it regardless of time of day, as the sun starts to set in the background, you're getting tired. And Torga, she as she comes over the cliffside, a second time, a third time. I don't know how many times you guys have actually pushed her over.
I would only be this once.
The sun is starting to set behind, and guys can feel the temperature dropping, dropping very rapidly around you.
Do you mind taking Togger inside, little fox?
I'm not a fox.
You look like a fox.
You don't have to take me anywhere. I'll walk on my own accord. I don't need a babysitter or anything. Listen, I've done
you do.
Everything you've asked me to so far. Didn't attack. Didn't grab a weapon.
I still don't trust you. You're associated with that murderer.
I don't trust you.
A friend of mine, and you will lead us to him. Another word out of your mouth, and I will dangle you across there for the feces just to crawl up your toes overnight.
I'm just gonna kind of like poke my head around DeQuinn so that this not so giant person and in giant I'm just gonna say they're pretty chaotic, but I think they're okay.
Kala, do you speak giant?
Yes, I do actually.
Oh.
So yeah, she's gonna smile and say, back in giant, thank you. I think, are they going to try to hurt me like they seem to want to hurt that person? And I point to Torga, is it?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, I don't think so. From what I'm kind of understanding of the interplay here, there's some history between them. Not quite sure what, but yeah, I mean, I only met them, a day ago, maybe?
Yeah, like 2 good days tops.
I
don't even think we've had a long rest together. I don't even
You
think we've
have
had a long rest together yet.
Oh man, what's going on?
I'm still fairly new to these guys, and I mean, they haven't turned on me yet, so there's that.
Okay, well that's good, I guess.
Enough of your yibba jabba. What are you saying?
I start speaking in common, and I said,
They're not sure if they can trust you, because I can understand giant.
Me?
What?
Not you.
How?
Everyone in general.
Well, that's definitely
the big, scary minotaur would be the one.
Whatever, walrus. Basically walking around with 2 weapons in your front face. Yep.
Wait, is a Daxia a walrus or an elephant?
He calls me a walrus. I'm a
Davos yells from the cave. Figure it out.
I'm just gonna look up at DeQuinn and just be, and in my head I'm just like, that's not a wall. Okay.
Run along, little one.
Torga walks past you all, goes, I'm gonna die out here in this fucking mountain. And just kind of heads inside some more.
Oh, yeah, okay, you keep muttering. I only healed you, that's fine.
I'd appreciate it, that's for sure. Better here than, I guess, pinned to the wall of a bunch of cannibals.
A wall which I helped get you off of the meat hook. Like, not all bad here, just saying.
Well, that's true.
As I squeeze by DeQuinn, I look at him and I say, I like your horns, and I keep going.
Oh my god.
Oh,
and DeQuinn's in love again.
Miss Goliath lady, what was your name?
Jesus.
My name is Kala.
That's a strange thing for Goliath to say. Don't you say your battle name first, or whatever it is, your tribe name given to you?
Well, I mean, I wasn't really raised with the Goliath, so I go by my first name because I was raised by elves and dwarves and humans. So, yeah. So my name is actually Kala Silverstar Galena, but Just call me Calla. That's fine.
Go. Well, okay. Well, we're all a bunch of outcasts here. That's just one thing we have in common, then, I guess. What would you say my horns are exactly? Would you say they're glorious, immaculate, or gleaming?
She looks a little nervous now because she's not sure where this is going.
I'm gonna whisper in giant.
No one is sure where this is going.
I'm gonna whisper in giant. He likes immaculate.
They look immaculate and kind of majestic, if I do say so myself.
Exactly, I like this one.
I just picture giant sounding like ho mo ro, like all these like real deep long syllables. So every time you guys whisper in giant, it's this like obscene like yelling, like soft yelling at each other. It sounds like straight out of like Skyrim's rune system, you know.
I'm now picturing. Do you guys watch Doctor Who?
Yes.
Doctor Who.
Yeah.
Korobobo.
Yeah. It's totally just this light yelling you guys are all doing back and forth. Torga kind of just, yeah, as a whisper, right? Torga just kind of meanders in. What tribe are you from out here?
It doesn't matter. It's not important.
I think it matters very much. The tribes are.
Yeah, I smacked back of her head with a mage hand.
I haven't been with my tribe since I was a child. It's not important. They're not my tribe anymore. And she kind of stops there, and you can tell it's kind of a hard no spot for her.
I'll push Toga. You make her feel uneasy.
Before you slap me again, there's no other refuge around this area. There's the two tribes to the east and to the south. It's another week's journey back to the Tin Town. So if we're going to have any chance of getting our shite together out here in the mountain, we probably need to stop by one of the tribes.
Hey, Maeve. Little fox, do you wear socks?
Not a fox.
Do you wear socks? Is that what you just asked?
Do you wear socks? Yes.
In a box?
I just want a sock. Nobody has a sock.
I'm gonna look through my pack to see if I have a spare sock.
No, it's fine. I'm just gonna tear out some of my hair and shove it into his mouth.
Oh, gross.
Exactly.
She's gonna like glare at you.
I don't care. Glare all you want. I'm used to it by now. Listen, you're here alone without your merchant company. You are associated with murder. I don't trust you. I'd rather trust this rather small Goliath over you. You are lucky I don't leave you for dead.
And I'm just gonna look at Torga with like, with empathy and sorrow for her, because hairballs suck.
She just kind of looks around the group, mostly at DeQuinn, and just kind of shrugs and puts her hands up, like kind of like, okay, if that's the way you want to play it. And she just kind of recedes like into herself a little, slides down the back of the cavern and takes a seat. In this area.
Are we hanging out here for the night?
Yeah, it's too dark to go traveling now.
All right. Do we want to go to the area, where they were sleeping, or do we kind of want to just hang out here? How do we want to do this?
I wanna point out the magical mace saving the day, Frozen Clay. This is what killed everyone.
Hey Davos, is there still a person in the fire?
A person in the fire? What?
Is there still a lady in the smoke?
Yeah.
I don't know. Is there?
Yeah. Every time you look at the smoke, you see the outline of like a slender figure, in various poses that seem to be kind of like on shuffle, you know. But yeah, you still see it. You get a sense of this sort of magical aura emanating from the fire.
Okay, yep, still there.
Hey Davos, great job with the file, mate.
Oh, dude, the jumping?
Oh no, right?
So good at
Twice,
jumping.
not once, but twice.
It was great. It was great.
Kala, you're good with the elements, aren't you?
I'm good with nature. I don't necessarily do much with the elements, I guess. I'm really good with animals.
What
You're
about
lucky the
fire?
party's full of animals.
How are you with fire?
I mean, I can make a fire. I did that earlier.
Well, can you
Why
just
would
like
she be
maybe
bad?
check out this weird fire because it gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Why would she be bad at fire? Is she a snowman?
Well, she's all white.
But is she a snowman?
A snowman?
Yeah.
I don't know what a snowman is.
Oh, not much. What's new with you?
God.
Much like this, much like the
already.
much like the figure in the darkness, you hear this weird cackling as Davos retreats into the cavern. Maybe maybe insanity is commonplace here in this cave.
Yeah, you know when you've been like up for like 2 days straight, you might just like killed some people and you're really tired. It's like that.
Yeah.
I'll follow. I doubt I would know anything, but I will definitely take a look.
As you turn the corner, you see this kind of elaborate cavern. Not elaborate in the sense of like it's well made or anything like that, but in the middle is a fire pit with this blue flame emanating from it, and in this white smoke, which has the smell, has like almost no smell, which is more awkward than anything. You see this this slender figure every now and then shape itself, and then dissipate, and then shape itself again, and then dissipate. There's these 20-foot icicles from the ceiling of the room, and the closer you step to the fire, the colder you get, not warmer.
That's odd. Usually, I mean, blue flame, I guess. It's not red, but has anyone tried putting a regular flame on it yet?
Yeah, I think we shot it with fireballs and it didn't do anything.
Okay. Is the figure, not likely, but is the figure anyone that she would recognize or would know anything about? Is it familiar to her?
No.
That's kind of weird. I don't know really what it would be. I guess, is there be anything that she would know about this type of fire? I don't think so, personally. Maybe. Out of character, God knows.
Are you proficient in history at all?
History? No, I have a -1.
Yeah, no. You've not heard anything from the tellings of your tribe about a blue fire.
No, the druids and the clerics that raised me, they didn't mention anything like this. We've never seen a blue fire. We were mostly interested in our grove and you know, keeping a balance in nature. Although this does seem a little unbalanced, I guess. I just, maybe we've just never seen it before. There weren't very many of us.
All right, well, off to bed.
Daxi, before you go, Daxi, come back to me, please. I need you. Yes, hello, Daxi. Thank you for I'm fast. Okay, Daxi. I think Torga. There's a problem, right? Whenever Torga speaks, I want to punch her in the face, right?
Yes, I understand this.
And she obviously wants to say something, but I really don't want to hear it. Perhaps maybe you could put on your detective cap and have a talk to her. Just out of earshot to me. If
sure. What do we need to know?
I don't know. She obviously wants to say something because she won't shut up. But I'll leave that to you. I need a rest because I'm bleeding everywhere on the floor. Oh, but
yeah. Sorry about that.
That's alright. Did you see my cool ass jumping?
I did. It was real good. And you showed me how to throw his javelin.
Yeah. You know that one time you beat me in a foot race?
I do.
I've been training.
We'll have to have a jump off next time.
Well, good luck with Torga and try not to punch her in the face.
Just wondering, is there any concern about this flimsy-looking little board going across?
We've all been across it a few times, and it held up.
Quinn
Yeah.
jumped over it again.
Roll a dexterity saving throw, Colin. No, I'm just kidding.
Damn it!
All right, Torga, what have you been trying to say?
There's a moment where she like wrestles around, like her mouth is moving, but like nothing, like she hasn't opened it yet, and she spits this disgusting hairball on the ground, and like plucks
Gross.
a few from her mouth. What I was trying to say is that we're in the middle of bumfuck Egypt, out here in nowhere.
Fantasy Egypt.
Fantasy Egypt.
I'm looking at the 10 towns map here. I can't find Egypt.
Yeah. We can freeze to death in this mountain, waiting for more of those marauders to come and kill us and probably eat us. Or we can seek refuge with the Goliath tribes to the south, figure out where the hell we are and where the hell we need to go after this. On top of that, I have no clue where Sefik is. I can tell you what little I know about him, but not much use to doing that while I'm out here in the middle of bumfuck fantasy Egypt, so to speak. Because if I do, you'll just kill me right after that anyway. So not much inspiration, as it were, to share what I know with you. And I'm tired because I've been
But you
hanging
don't
from a
know
meat
anything.
hook.
Dequin seems to think that you know about Seth.
That's your fearless leader, DeQuinn.
Compatriot.
Look,
I,
let's get to what little shred of civilization is around here, and I'll tell you everything I know about the monster Sefik, and then we can go about our ways.
Well, that sounds good, but for the immediate, we need a rest here.
We all
It's
need to
in a
rest
shelter.
here.
I want to come back. I'm concerned that I didn't know where Torga was, and so I want to walk in the middle of your conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And then I notice she's being difficult, so I want to cast suggestion.
Wisdom.
Yeah.
She rolled a 9.
Say, answer all his questions honestly and completely, and then I'll leave.
And that's a save at the top of her turn every time, or no, right?
Let's see. You suggest a course of activity, limited to a sentence or two, influences somebody who can understand you. You can't make them kill themselves.
Good to know.
On a failed save, it pursues the course of action that you describe to the best of its ability.
Okay.
It can continue for the entire duration of the spell, which is
Okay.
8 hours.
Jesus.
That's a long time.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be a long night.
Well, we're long resting shortly.
No, I know.
hope.
Well, yeah, but I want to get my full duration of this spell now.
Sure.
No, I'm just kidding.
And so when you were in kindergarten,
Yeah, enjoy never having spell slots.
When's the last time you changed your underwear? Why were you here?
The same reason you were here.
You got brought here miraculously?
No, we were fighting off these monsters. I thought I'd pluck myself a sweet little bit of cargo. Next thing I know, I'm whisked across the 10 towns. All of my compatriots nowhere to be found.
Tell me what you know of Sethik now, instead of when we get back to civilization.
Sefik's not human, despite his appearance. He's always been a cold bastard, good fighter, some magical capabilities. Never really had to seen him fight outright, per se. Usually the threat of fighting was enough. I have an understanding that he liked to spend his personal time taking people and perhaps against their will.
Do you know for what purpose?
I never asked. Like I said, what he did on his personal time was not my concern. He was just a bodyguard. A powerful one at that.
So you hired him?
Of course. Protect the caravan.
I see. Do you know if he serves another?
Don't know what he serves. All I know is I paid him to do a job, and when it was his time, he did the job. Beyond that, you don't ask questions you don't want to know the answers to.
Do you have any idea of his whereabouts?
No.
Okay, I think we should rest.
I concur.
I tiptoe over the plank.
Is there anything anyone must accomplish before they take a rest?
For sure, make sure Torga's like tied up and tied to something.
She
Sure,
swears a bit, but doesn't resist.
I can do that, yeah.
Do we want to take shifts just to make sure that we aren't snuck up on?
That's a
I don't
good
know.
idea.
How would that work?
Most people only need
Sure,
like
you think
6 hours of sleep. So usually like you go in shifts of like an hour or 2 hours so that everyone gets a long rest, but doesn't. But you have some sort of people watching each time.
I mean, yeah, I think that would be all right.
Okay.
I'll take a shift.
Me too.
I'll take one, but I don't know if they know me enough to trust me to take one. But I will still offer to take
You think my odds are immaculate?
Plus,
You're
it's
welcome.
good because there's only 4 beds anyways, so we get to rotate around.
Well, and she's got her furs. She's got enough to make her own little bed.
Okay.
I mean, I've got my own bedroll, but that's cool.
I'm sorry, but I'm knackered. I did so much jumping today.
No, nothing else though. So I tied her up. And,
Yes.
and I'm taking first watch.
Yeah, you guys are all able to, rotate watches throughout the night without any issue. Everyone gets a long rest.
Oh shoot! Before
Sure.
I take, can I cast? I have 3 first level spell slots left. Can I cast 3 instants of Goodberry, so I can keep those stored until bedtime tomorrow in case we need them through the day?
I think that they override each other each casting.
Do they?
I could be wrong. We can sort it out. We don't have to figure it out tonight for sure, but yeah, we can look at it and.
What's
go from
the
there.
reset maximum HP changes during this rest? Do I check or uncheck that?
I unchecked it because I've had to manually change my HP every time we level up.
Okay.
I have no clue.
Okay, no problem. I did it. I unchecked it.
Okay. Yeah, you guys are able to rest without any issue in this part of the cavern. It's cold, but there's no wind, so that's a big plus. I would just assume that Kala would use create bonfire, to warm the
Yes.
group as much as possible.
Definitely, I would
yeah.
have gathered anything that can burn without stinking up too much. I would also, if we have any, I would offer that I have warm metal. We don't have to put it on the fire, so that way I can metal bowls. It will heat or cook any food that's in them.
And there's 80 pounds of meat in the other room.
Okay, so we can have like a little.
Is
Yeah.
any of it not rancid?
None of it's rancid because of the cold here.
Oh, good.
Oh.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Very, very viable elk,
Feast.
polar bear.
So Maeve's jam is what you're saying.
Yeah, it's nice that
It's a feast. Great. Awesome.
Yeah.
Because I didn't get to eat at the freaking
dinner.
The hell dinner. Yeah.
the shit show of a dinner.
Yeah, the murder dinner.
Everything was weird and it smelled funny and I couldn't identify what it was just by looking at it. So I didn't eat anything.
Yeah, no, there's good meat here. Meat that you're very comfortable with. Yeah, the night goes by. Most of you collapse immediately from exhaustion, having fought 4 times now. I feel like before your previous rest, and you've found a new compatriot at least in the meantime. Someone who has some magical capabilities and is
Seems trustworthy.
at least able to put up with your nonsense. You've also found Torga, the dwarven caravan leader that you were searching for, and she's not really interested in putting up with your bullshit, but she wants to stay alive, so that's a plus. But you are, as far as you know, miles away from the nearest town, all the way in the mountains to the southeast. Goliath settlements nearby, but God knows what else waits for you in this sort of mountainous path. But with that, we will call it for tonight. It's 8 o'clock, which is usually our usual cutoff time, and pick this back up in 2 more weeks. So, thank you everyone for coming. Welcome, Kala, to the group if you're interested in sticking around.
Welcome to the chaos.
Pitt, thank you for putting up with what felt like a 2-hour fight.
That was like a 2-session fight.
Yeah, they're nasty. They're nasty. I'll tell you guys more if you're interested. But
So why'd the guy sit down and start laughing?
So
Or
they
do you
have.
not want to?
So they have. That's a good question. Do I want to tell you that?
Oh, they have to like save against madness.
Basically, yeah. And he failed. He failed so many times consecutively. And they're like punching bags. These guys hit hard. Like you guys know, they do 3 attacks at advantage because they can go reckless. They're a pretty tough bunch, but it just felt like
Not a lot of mental fortitude.
Not a lot of mental fortitude, and like it wasn't a matter of if you guys would beat this guy. It was a matter of when. And so rather than make you just wail on him for like 6 more rounds, it felt right that like narratively the madness kind of took over as he sits in this bubble of darkness, and is happy about it, in a weird
Made
way.
Davos proud. Probably.
Yeah, it just felt
Made
better.
Proud of Davos.
It just felt better. Actually, when darkness went away, I was gonna have him kill himself then because he'd be upset, but then Davos just wandered off into the cave, so it didn't make sense for like darkness to like disappear. Yeah, he just kind of succumbed to like this whole feeling. Yeah, they're slightly mad, and maybe next session you'll find out why. I don't know. There's definitely a reason. So yeah, we'll stop here. I'm gonna go recording. Thank you everyone that popped in. Have a great night and rest of your weekend.